So, the party has returned to their humble beginnings in the town of Daggerford. The docks are thriving, pulling in the last waves of late summer catch before the rainy season begins. The party has chosen its lodgings well. You guys are at the Daggerford Inn, and you can decide whether or not to fraternize with the local bargoers, or maybe hear a rumor or two from the bartender. If not, you can go outside and see what's going on near Whiston's Apothecary and stock up on your potions, or maybe walk over to Store Cellars and Castellet, which is just around the corner. And you know the owner there, I don't know, fairly well at this point. You definitely sold and talked to him about a bunch of different items before. And if you want to get up to speed on any of the other happenings in Daggerford, the local bulletin is also outside as well. So up to the party at this point. I think that when we left off last time, we had discovered some new information about the whereabouts of Yosef's parents, with an interesting chance meeting with some sort of, abyssal creature, hell demon thing. Yeah, that works out. We also found that, we're also kind of predisposed towards maybe going to check out the Lizard Marsh for Terwin Fenwick. He kind of tasked. I was going to say that he kind of tasked Farragrim with doing that. What else? Oh, when you guys, well, no, you guys haven't left the Daggerford Inn yet. Never mind. So yeah, but that's where we're at right now. You guys are currently, I would say, just waking up and getting into the lobby area in the inn. It is early in the morning, probably like 7 a.m. 8 a.m. A fine morning in Daggerford.
So early.
Mm-hmm. Guys getting a bright start.
I think if we're going to do some reconnaissance, we should perhaps decide on a time and place to meet up. I cannot hear you, Batty, if you are talking.
Good idea. Sorry, I thought the words were here, but they didn't come out here. And yeah. Sometimes.
Batty takes a little bit longer to wake up.
I need some coffee and maybe a joint. And if somebody wants to go to Apothecary, and then also I would like to go buy backup weapon, if possible.
So you see that there is a very large Goliath bartender currently manning the bar. And he appears to have just one eye in the middle of his forehead, and there are some steaming muffins in front of him, and a small brass kettle, although you cannot see what is in it. And he is just kind of sitting up at the bar. And I think that what initially catches your eye is that at the thought of smoking some pipe weed, you do see that he has a very long pipe in his mouth currently.
Oh, nice. So he won't mind if I light up at the bar. Sweet.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah, so I'll go sit down and be like, Dizzy, you want to go order some coffee before we head out?
I am definitely on it. Anybody else want some? Coffee?
I'd love some coffee.
Tea, thank you.
Only if it's an Irish coffee.
Well, it's the only coffee my mama ever told me how to make. And he's going to slide the mug across the table towards you, Betty.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
Now, what brings you all around the Daggerford Inn on this fine day?
I thought we might stop in for some breakfast, and if you've got any coffee or caffeinated beverages, the spice water.
Mm-hmm. He's just going to lean over and take the brass kettle and just pour it into your mug, and he's going to say, "This one's on the house."
Oh.
Now, if you want one of the muffins now, that's going to cost you 2 silver.
Oh, I think I can get that. And then I'll pull out, I guess, a gold, because that's the lowest denomination I have. And be like, if this could give me a couple of eggs, maybe 4. Some bread.
Okay. He's going to take the gold coin, and then he's just going to kind of turn around and just whisper into the cook's ear, and the cook is just going to walk off into the kitchen area and start kind of bustling around. But he's going to say, It's a strange time to be arriving in town now, with all these murders still going on. He's going to look at all of you kind of eerily.
Murder? And Maddie will take out and start rolling a joint and look like, do tell.
Farragrim remembers hearing about this yesterday, so he's just gonna give him a blank shrug. Just like, I don't know, dude. Fuck.
Murder plural?
He's going to say, well, if you all are travelers, I don't want to ruin your time in this fine town of Daggerford. I wouldn't want to put a sour taste in your mouth.
Oh, I'm not a traveler. Tastes plenty sour already. Lay it on us.
That's funny. I don't really recognize you from it. Farragrim, you look different. Sorry.
No worries. I'm not the bar rat I used to be.
It's been a long time. What have you been up to?
Oh, adventuring, trying to get some money for me ma.
The usual good old boy. And what about your rather interesting friends here? He's going to look around, kind of perking an eyebrow.
Oh, I don't know. Just kind of met up, started working together. I don't hate them that much. Pretty alright.
Okay. Are you guys just going to finish your coffee and leave?
You're
What a
pretty cool
flatterer.
too, man. And I'll punch Farragrim in the arm. Playfully. And then, how's the coffee?
Strong.
Nice.
I think that's about all you can get out of it. It's just strong. There are some grounds in the bottom of your mug. It doesn't appear to be very well filtered, although it is not over roasted by any means.
Oh, nice. Not shitty Starbucks bullshit.
That's right.
Did
What?
Caliphil get her spice water?
Oh,
No, that
yeah.
is what Betty called it.
That's what they call coffee.
Oh,
Ice water.
I was just hoping for a nice tea.
Different spice water.
Yeah. So he's gonna walk into the back and bring out
Water.
another kettle, and then pour you a glass of tea, Calico.
Thank you very much. And I give him a little money.
Cool. He's gonna take
Yeah, I
it,
guess it
and then
throw
he's
in the
gonna
silver for the coffee.
He's going to lean over the table again with a little bit of drool kind of dripping from his mouth as he continues to talk at you and not with you. And he's going to say, now, did you hear the town's woodworker was found murdered in his shop? Lying over his workbench, they say. A wood axe in his back. All that was there were some carving tools and some shavings of a very fine wood. Rare, I heard. I say it was maybe the local thieves' gang.
You have a local thieves gang?
He says he thinks it is the local thieves' gang.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they just have a local thieves gang. But they're doing nothing about.
I know it's been a while, but we've gone through all this information already.
Well, he doesn't know that, and he's a new character. So.
Yeah, no, I'm talking to Caliph.
No, I did not know there was just a troop of bandits in Daggerford.
Well, we met one. I flew him around on a magic carpet.
It's a little more complicated than that. There is a thieves guild that is localized to the Sword Coast region, essentially.
We have unionized burglary. Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
Wait, never played Skyrim?
Oh, and it's hard? Fuck yeah.
He's just gonna go back to just polishing his mugs and stuff after he gives you guys your tea and you pay for your muffins and eggs.
Does Batty ever get her food?
Batty, yeah, your food does come out of the kitchen eventually. It does take quite a while, but your eggs are perfect. So
Nice. I'll smoke a joint and then I will edit my. Don't worry, DM. I will edit my inventory to reflect
you.
my weed stock.
yes, please reflect your weed stock and also take those 2 gold pieces out of your inventory.
Out of my
as well.
inventory too. Yep.
Okay.
Well, I gave
Yeah.
him a whole gold for the breakfast, so.
Oh yeah.
Quick
Yeah,
question.
there's a lot. He gave you like
Silver.
6 biscuits. Like it's a stack.
I think I'm smoking skunk weed this morning.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I could take any spell within the spell slots I have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't like. I could take like a second level spell even now.
Yeah. You just can't take
Okay.
like above a third.
Then I am taking Shatter.
Okay. I'm also familiar with that one.
Mr. Barkeep,
Yes.
before we go, what can you tell us about the woodworker?
Well, not much, honestly. No more than the local crier could tell us. I suppose you could speak with some of the guards down at the tower and see what you can find out.
You are the town barkeep, yes?
One of them, Hadrian's here in the morning. Or in the evening, excuse me.
What was her name again? Did you just say it?
Loneye's the name. He didn't. Why did you ask?
Lone
His name is Loneye, and he is a Goliath. Yep, that's it. There is a dash in between Lone and I.
Aha. So is he a Cyclops?
Yes, he has one eye in the middle of his forehead.
Well, Bergram's gonna say, "Well," and get up,
All right.
button his jacket or whatever.
Are we heading to Apothecary, Tizzy?
Cool. You guys are going to leave. He's going to raise his eyebrow at you, and then he's going to blink at you.
Okay.
What was that?
Can I do an insight check?
Well, he can't exactly wink, can he?
Oh,
It's a blink. A wink. They're the same.
Wait.
he's
can't
trying
tell.
to wink.
Maddie has a
okay.
very low passive
was-
insight, so
I don't think that was anything, but you should. Here, all right. Fuck
I
it.
don't think it was either.
That was just the DM being stupid. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
It was adorable, but is he cute?
Like,
I don't know. Hang on. Let me roll for it.
roll for sex appeal.
He's like a solid 6.
You rolled a d10. You fucking
That's great.
I have his full description here. If you guys want his full description, here. All right. He has a round, ordinary face, and a tall, beefy build. He's 7'8".
Oh,
Yay.
hey,
A solid
7 foot
6.
Zaddy.
he's
so
tall
he
even
wears-
for Batty.
Ooh,
Hey.
there's more details here.
Cyclops daddy.
He also wears a very fancy, like, spectacle, if that makes sense.
Oh, he's got a monocle.
He's got a monocle, yes.
But it sits on his nose, doesn't it?
yes.
I like to think it's a little pair of glasses.
And it's like- it's like-
Like a little pincer.
It
It's a
looks
little
like a-
pincer, and then one.
Mm-hmm. It's like the shape of a what's it called, where you keep your paint on, like a painting
The
palette.
easel.
No, not the easel.
Or no,
itself.
palette.
The
The
palette.
palette. Mm-hmm.
Palette.
The bar by our house always plays Bob Ross.
That's great.
Yeah, he has soft gray skin, and he's completely bald. He's got a blue eye. It's like a bright blue eye. And it says here that he has fancy tattoos. I'm gonna say they are of mermaids.
Of what?
Mermaids.
Oh, that's great. That's fun.
Interesting man, Lone Eye. Alrighty.
Well, it was
Let's-
fine to meet you all, and to see you again, Farragrim.
Oh yeah, good to see you. We'll be back, I'm sure.
Keep up on the lotion now.
The fuck?
Moisturize, bruh.
Pilgrim, your skin is not what it was a day ago.
Well, he
Oh.
also aged 10 years.
Yeah, we're aged.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot. I forgot I'm so much older.
It's so
Only I
great
remember when
that
my
I
back
get
hurts.
to use Daggerford NPCs directed at you now, Farragrim, because you're fucking old as shit.
Yeah, it's
so.
like everybody knows. Everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
Don't worry, I can make you an eye cream.
Okay, so where's the party currently going?
Y'all are going to the
Where are we
apothecary,
going?
no?
Going to the apothecary?
I may need to swing by Fi's place, but I'm willing to go after that.
Sure, we can stop by his place first.
Fi's place?
Yeah, we said we're from Daggerford, right?
Oh, I did not know that Batty and Fi
I think
were...
we have an apartment here.
What? I was unaware of this completely.
Like, we just got it when we rolled into town. We rented a place, right?
That sounds correct.
Wait, did you guys like expend gold for it and everything? How did I forget about this?
Well,
We didn't
do you mean like
spend gold
previously?
for it or anything.
Like
This was
backstory?
like, yeah.
This is backstory.
This was
okay.
something that Joe and I talked about previously.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we told you about it. I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
This was like the why we were in Daggerford thing is because Fi got a job with the like local.
Health department.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was assigned to this for a special needs project with what's his face, the shitty rich guy.
Oh, Ray Bar McCulloch.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So we were reassigned for that. So we do have a small apartment here, I think.
Okay. That's what I was gonna say.
Sure.
I don't think he is.
No? Oh. Well, we can afford it.
If I work for the government, is there like a government? There's no there's no government.
No.
I mean, this is
You can go down that.
this is feudal times. You know, we're not. I'm gonna think about that. But that's fine for now. You guys go off to the apartment. I'm just gonna move the party over to the square here, just so you guys can decide where you want to go further.
I don't need this to be like a scene that we do or anything. I just needed to stop by because Fi and Tizzy have stuff in their inventory that they want to leave at a secure location, so it is not in their inventory any longer.
Oh,
Okay.
the silver liquid and stuff too, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to transfer that? And I'll take it off my character sheet.
The rest of the party, if I want to make sure. I guess there's. I just want to make sure that the rest of the party also has the ability to store stuff, because I don't want you guys to be the only ones that have the
I
ability.
mean, you guys can keep stuff
down.
at our place if you want.
So that's what I wanted to ask. Also, I was going to say, you guys also found out that there is a storage facility run by a gnome in this town, and he is fairly secretive, like Green Gots level secretive. So there's also that option as well, if you don't want to put things in Batty and Fi's apartment, which does certainly run the risk of break-ins, now that I know about it.
Why'd we tell him?
I'm good with it. The stuff I'm leaving behind isn't valuable in that sense. It's stuff that, I mean, he hasn't told you guys yet, but Fi nicked stuff from the dinosaurs so that he could give them to his kids. So, like, it's
But
not
as
valuable.
children?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got to have like a party sit-down dinner, getting to know you shit.
It'd be a brunch.
Yeah, brunch.
Definitely brunch.
Well, down the low.
I would like to use the storage facility at some point.
I don't.
In Golden Fields? Okay, I could give you a price on that in Golden Fields, depending on like the size of a house, if you want land, that kind of thing. I could definitely come up with a quote for you. What are you looking for, Yosef? What did you say?
To use that storage facility.
Yeah, so let me show you, or let me tell you what it's called.
That
Quick.
shady ass gnome. Are you trying to give
No.
us to crowdfund your rebuild?
Oh, it's called Yarth Stowage, is what this place is called.
Oh yeah.
Y'all, can I step in
Y'all.
for just a second? Please appreciate this. Raymond is over there and accidentally had far too much of some substance, and they are just melting into the couch. It is beautiful.
Oh, what a
Oh.
sweetheart.
They are losing it. Their eyes are like red.
Little
Like
saucer.
This ain't bloodshot. This is
It's a baby.
sorry.
They okay?
All right.
All they can do is giggle.
Oh, that's good. Okay, giggling is good.
Sorry, please continue.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you guys vacate the premises of the Daggerford Inn, and on your way out, you do pass the local bulletin, and you're welcome to look at it if you want. There are quite a few new post-its on it from last time. And then Tizzy and Batty, you guys can go to the apartment if you'd like.
I mean, we don't need to do a scene. I'm just drop
It's
shit
done.
off and then
Alright, cool.
move on to the apothecary with everybody else.
Sweet. Oh, we're going
I'm
to the
good with that.
apothecary? Okay.
Unless you want us to describe our apartment, because we have thought about it. So
I also have the inventory that I'm leaving there. I put it in my character sheet under inventory at the crib. So if you need to reference it, DM, to steal from us, you know.
Got it.
did you move the 3 vials there? Okay,
Yes.
cool. I think that's all I had. I think
Can,
actually I might have an extra weapon
Okay.
at the place.
Well,
Could I
as
leave
you...
a couple stuffs with you guys for safekeeping?
Yeah, for sure.
I have this
I mean,
weird bone
yeah, sure.
stick.
Yeah.
This weird, gross bone stick.
I'm
And
gonna roll
also,
this.
this
I have
one
any
used to
extra
be a
weapons.
dimension door stuff, but there's nothing in it anymore. So I don't really know if that's useful or not. I'm a little bit of a hoarder, sorry.
Okay.
It's a dimension stick now.
All right, so guys, as you walk outside, you guys are going to hear, extra, extra, hear all about it. An apprentice to the community wizard is in jail. He claims he's innocent, but he's a liar. Extra, extra. And this kid is just going to be like stomping around, like ringing a bell, just like screaming this stuff. And the bulletin has a couple of new rewards on it. 2 of them for 250 silver pieces, which is not much for the party. But there's another one for about 1,200 GP that I think catches Calathil and Yosef's eye, as you guys have pretty high passive perceptions. Particularly because there seems to be a drawn figure of a tall and thin woman with long silver hair wearing a blue cloak and carrying a mace. And she's considered to be armed and dangerous.
Is it just like a bulletin on the board?
It's actually a bounty poster. You can read it if you'd like.
Yeah. No, can I grab it?
Mm-hmm. You snatch it down, and I don't think anyone notices anything. There is a 1,200 GP bounty for, quote, the Butcher of Bowshot and accomplices, with an included depiction of a bear's silhouette and a recently released statement from a newly identified witness. According to this witness, there was a woman accomplice described as depicted.
That little fucking brat.
This is what happens when you leave witness.
I told you no witnesses!
Well, I didn't exactly have much agency at the time.
And while 1,200 GP is a pretty high bounty, there is another wanted poster that appears to be drawn quite a bit better, posted for the leader of Goblin Run, and that's now up to 2,000 GP.
Let's do that.
How
Let's go
many
kill some
people
goblins.
did you murder, hobo? How many people?
So, it's a complicated situation.
20? 20-ish?
It's a complicated situation.
What
It wasn't.
Tizzy, what did we get pulled into? This is
fair.
not. Did you see this?
Yeah, there's...
Hey, I've had a brain blast. So since
Jimmy Neutron.
someone high up in the Daggerford Guard one, Terrell Fenwick, seems to be all about me all of a sudden. Maybe we could go and help him out and then try and use that to smooth this over.
Jarwin
Maybe
does
we can
seem
get
to
the
have
goblins
some kind
too.
of pull in Bowshot.
He's
Can
got
we just
Paul
saved
in
their
the
fucking
Daggerford
town? That
Guard
should have cleared our name. But...
who are kind of distributed around the Sword Coast, not just Daggerford. That's gonna be awkward.
We could go with Joey's plan of leaving and hope that maybe this will just settle down in our absence. Because
The goblin bounty's higher than ours. If we can't take them out, maybe we'll earn some favors.
Or maybe we should dye some hair, or maybe do some
Yeah, is there a salon?
disguises.
Yeah, we're
Oh, just
silhouetted.
me.
Plus, I'm
No, in
famous.
fact, you look back over at the bulletin and you notice a couple of more post-its on there. There's also a job posting there, signed by a wizard named Edenora, who appears to be a scholar sanctioned by the Starshine Academy in Neverwinter. And then there is also just a regular like poster for the grand opening of a new brewery called the Troll Brewery, and it is opening up in the Riverbend's quarters.
So, free samples.
And it appears to be today. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a poster up.
I do feel like I enjoy having Calphil around.
Same.
It does
Same.
say the Butcher of Bowshot and her accomplices.
And accomplices.
So, yeah, you need to change clothes at the very least.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is I have not had that blue cloak for quite a while.
Okay. Now that I look at you, I
And I think
notice
you
that.
also have a different weapon from the mace now as well.
How good is
Yeah.
the picture?
Eighth
Can
grade
you-
art class.
I hold it up next to my face to Batty, just like Batty.
It's like, how good is it?
I'm
Should
rolling a
I?
performance for the artist right now. Oh, it's not good.
Oh, we're fine.
it's not
we're
awesome.
fine.
It's a stick figure with a bow.
Yeah. There is like some
And little ears.
long blonde hair. It appears to be like curled at the end for no apparent reason. And then the blue cloak is like encompassing its entire body. And yeah, there's no hands or feet. It's just like a stick figure. Exactly. I rolled a 2. So, yeah. But yeah, just to finish off that job posting that you saw from the wizard named Edenora. Apparently, they need some assistance clearing out a group of drow that have gathered in a large cave near the Silper, which is like north of the Lizard Marsh, like kind of to the south of our deep forest. There isn't a payment listed. It just says, "Find me at the Troll Brewery" for more information. So another reason to go to the brewery.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I just want to fireball stuff.
I don't know if I want
I feel like there's plenty of
This
appetite.
guy- this guy
Patty's
wants to
gonna
run
go
off
to the
the
bathroom
prowl.
while everybody figures out where to go.
I goblins, so I can fireball them. Or drow.
The place that you have on the map marked for Goblin Run. Yep. In this case, no. What is described? Like, are you talking about this cave that's being described? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I'm thinking no, it's not. I mean, it does. I can't tell you if it correlates or doesn't correlate. You know what I mean? Yeah. I guess technically, because you're basically going all the way over towards like Seacomber, which is pretty far. That's going to be like almost a fortnight of a journey. Whereas if you're going up towards Waterdeep, which is the direction that you would need to head to get to the southern portion of the Ardeep Forest, you would pass the Lizard Marsh on like the 4th day, probably, and then you would get to the cave entrance on like the 5th day if you were going for that what's it called? That job offer. And then if you were, because it depends on if you guys are going to Lizard Marsh, if you're going to go off towards Goblin Run, if you want, so the party has not decided. I'm super confused by your question. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay, they are the same place. Sorry. Yeah. I was, yeah. I don't know why that took me so long to get there. Okay. Anyways, has the party decided anything amongst my rambling?
Fireball. The goblins.
I am fine with smashing some goblins, but I would like to wander into the woods for a minute before we go.
I'm okay with fireballing Drow too.
One last thing. Sorry, that wasn't towards you guys.
Okay. Well, do we want to head to the brewery and find more information out about that, or do we just want to head out and go to the Lizard Marsh or to the place marked on Joey's map?
The Lizard Marsh is
Yes.
where the weird goblin cultists were, where we need to go meet Terrorwin at some point. It's near Borshot.
It's right.
Yes. So the Lizard Marsh is on the way to the right turn that you would need to make onto the Black Road, which would take you to Goblin Run. So like the Lizard Marsh is on the way to that location, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but that is also the main road. So there are many things that are on the way to that location. And then, yeah, if you guys want to go over to, the brewery too, you can figure out some more information about that third option. So, but anyways, you guys have been, yeah.
Would I know if any of this is time sensitive in universe? Yeah, it sounded like it
I'm
would
still
be.
worried about Winifred.
Yeah,
Clearly, the Goblin King man is not going anywhere. He's had a bounty out for like a month and no one's got him yet.
And it keeps going up.
And I will say that bounty just keeps getting higher. So
It does.
It's
It keeps
heart-shaped
going up.
box.
Wouldn't hurt to let it sit for another week.
Cool. Let's go towards the
What we
marsh.
should do is resolve the issue and not tell anyone until the bounty is high enough.
Okay. Oh, we're going towards the marsh then.
Clever, I like you.
I'm gonna get let's do that. I'm gonna get a beer.
Okay. Well, cool. I just dropped you in the area of the Troll Brewery, which is going to be off to your guys' left over here. Hang on, I gotta get out of that one so you can see where I pinged right here. So that's where the brewery is. They're like flying flags out front. There's a banner and everything. Like there's a few people, like 3 people gathered out front, but doesn't look like what you'd expect at the grand opening. In fact, most of the hustle and bustle appears to be coming over here from the local tavern, which I believe is the Happy Cow Tavern, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. That's right. Then we'll just wait for Farragon to get back.
Did we decide to go brewery?
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the River Shining Tavern.
Okay, I'm gonna make some toast. I'll be right back.
Toasty.
Absolutely. You may. Well, 2 of these fellas are going to look over at you, and you're going to realize that they are a female elf and a female gnome. And they're going to say, well, we're come here for the brewery, if that's what you mean. Now, who are you to be asking us? Well then, where are you from, good boy? Goldenfield, such a small town. And they're going to laugh with each other and say, yes, this explains this interaction. We're just traveling through to Baldur's Gate. We were on our way back from Thome, but we'll eventually return. It's just so fun to meet all these quaint people down here in the Riverlands. We can more welcome take offense to that. Yeah, but they're gonna actually offer you some advice. They're gonna say, get the porter at the brewery, but the ale, something's wrong with it. And they're gonna kind of giggle themselves again. Yes, roll me for insight.
This cat is trying to drink my beer.
They
likes
seem to
beer.
think that it's pretty funny that something's wrong with that ale. But that was just an insight. So if you're trying to persuade them to tell you what's so funny, you'll have to roll me a persuasion and roleplay it.
Persuade them bitches.
Well, you see, the owner, Mabug, the Cold, they call him, he's my ex-boyfriend, and let's just say he was a little bit handsy with one of the waitresses on staff. So I went ahead and opened a couple of his barrels during the brewing process.
Oh,
So she spunked a couple of his barrels, and then his name is Mabug the Cold. And there's already some drams at this brewery. This is fair.
Are you going to tell us about that?
What's the rest of the party doing?
Waltzing up.
Oh,
My God.
do they?
Roll me for insight, Yosef.
Okay.
Roll me for deception, Joey. And you know he's full of shit, Yosef.
Oh yeah, I'll be sure to get an IPA. Don't you worry about it. Indigo. It's purple.
It still stands for imperial. There's still imperialism in D&D. You know that, right, dude?
India.
I really like the idea that it's an indigo purple ale.
Thank you.
Love that.
So you guys...
Because it's color-wise, it's not. I love it more.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it on the right? I thought it was on the left.
Yep. Brewery's over here.
Oh.
Ooh.
I tried not to obscure your guys' view too bad with this one. Okay, yeah. So you guys walk into the brewery, and there is a bar just kind of over in the corner playing kind of like a humdrum kind of melody. You know, it's a chill environment. I like to think of it almost like kind of a Renaissance version of like Mumford and Sons. You know, it's like kind of like country river folk music. You know. Anyways, there are two bartenders. One of them is a very, very large orc, bigger than Batty and Tizzy, excuse me. So a fairly large individual, and I would say probably bigger than our Lonai friend as well, about 8'2". A very, very, even for an orc, very large. And then there's a very young, long-bearded human just chilling on the left side of the bar. And he appears to be entertaining what look to be a couple of local like noblemen. There's only like 3 of them. There's not that many people in the brewery, to be honest. Off to your right, there is a very well-dressed looking like wizard. And she has a long green cloak and a very tall green staff with a red gem placed in the middle of it. And then she is accompanied by what looks to be a wood elf archer. Hang on, let me look up this accent really quick. I'm detailing this shit now.
And there's the ones who needed help with the drow.
You guys have not talked to that person yet, although that person did say to meet you at the Troll Brewery. I think you could safely assume that the wizard you're looking for is the one that I described. But Mabug is going to look up to you and he's going to say, Mabug's the name. Best portal on the river. He's gonna turn around and grab a huge mug, like the size of your head, and like put it in front of you. It's like a 48-ounce porter. He's gonna say 4 silver.
Oh, I'll take one too, and
Okay.
then I'll also put down 4 silver.
Cool. Yeah, you do that, and he's gonna slide him across, and then in kind of like a gruff tone, as like welcoming as he seems to be able to get, he says, "Thanks for coming to the grand opening of the Troll Brewery." And then
Can I
it's
get a sample of both of their offerings?
yeah, he's gonna pull out like a flight actually, and he's gonna put 5 different beers on a flight, arrayed in like a spectrum. And he's going to slide it across, and he's going to say, "The ale's on the front, the porter's on the back, the stout's on the side."
I would like to lean over to Fairgrim and say, "Hey, I wouldn't drink that ale if I was you."
Like, what? Why? What's up?
I don't know. He told me it was really good. It didn't seem like it was too much of the truth, though, I gotta say.
I'm gonna smell the ale.
Okay, like you smell the front of it. Roll me. Roll.
Can I smell evil?
I don't know. I guess roll me like a nature. Just roll me perception. That's fine. Perception.
Yeah.
Sure wish I can detect poison and disease.
There is a little bit of kind of like a sour note off the nose of the ale on the front. It's almost almondy.
I just want to look over at Fairgrim and just like subtly go like, I'm pointing at the ale.
Vergram's gonna like when he sees that, he's gonna put it down like kind of quickly.
Okay.
Set it back down, and then drink the other ones instead. Oh, these are pretty good. Not bad.
Like I said, finest on the river. Okay. So the wizard at this point at the table kind of goes back to talking to Mabug, and they kind of like they're like whispering, but they're talking in like more hushed tones, kind of keeping to themselves. What is the rest of the party doing?
I think Tizzy would have gone with them, but like just kind of watching, mothering.
Skeleton is trying to find some charcoal.
Joey's not super interested in this. He wants the more charismatic people to be the ones to talk to the wizard, so he's just chilling and drinking.
Okay, yeah. You guys can be chilling and drinking. Calto, roll me an investigation.
Chilling and drinking.
And
Just tell
you're
Yosef
looking
what
for
you
charcoal
want.
in a brewery, so...
I don't know how they heat up the beer.
Okay, yeah, roll me our investigation.
15.
15? Okay. You see... Let me see what you can see, actually. Oh, yeah, you see a lot. You see... I mean, the only thing that you would think would be a good place to be storing charcoal from what you can, like, visibly see in the room, there would be probably some, like, underneath the vats themselves, although one of them already appears to be burning. And there are some bags of some sort of substance in carts behind the bar as well, although you don't know what's in them. But I think, that might be your safest bet. And there also appears to be some sort of storage room through a door in this direction. So if you were looking for charcoal, I think those would be your 3 best points.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be sneaky because I'm very bad at lying and thieving. So,
Okay.
so I think I would just settle up to the bar and I'll say, "Hello, Mabug. I am in need of a lump of coal and would wonder if perhaps I could purchase one off of you if you have any. I know it is a strange request."
Roll me persuasion.
8.
Okay. Well, considering this is the grand opening, I'm gonna say no, because that's kind of weird.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will take my
also,
business elsewhere then.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I can't sell you tinder in a tinder box. And he's going to kind of like gesture to the area. And the Troll Brewery does have quite a bit of like bark fixtures and like wooden items and things that can catch on fire fairly easily.
So you won't send me a lump of coal because you think I'm going to burn down your wooden structure?
Well, I've never met you before, have I?
That is fair, but there are a lot of magic people who can just shoot fire out of their hands, so...
Food just came over here.
Cool. Well, you rolled an 8, so...
You know what? I'm just gonna go.
He's gonna say thank you, come again, as you leave. Okay.
Does all this wood give Yosef itchy fingers for his fireballing?
Yes, that's all he's thinking about.
Why would you give him this idea?
He wants to talk to these wizards so he can find out about this drow.
Well, you are the person to do the talking, Yosef. You do have the most charisma and fame.
He just needs a problem.
So, as you storm out, Calathil, and I'll try...
Oh no, she's very sheepishly like, okay.
Oh, she did not storm out? Okay.
No, she wasn't being like not take. I do not. She's like, okay, then I had money, but I guess I won't give it to you.
Okay. All right. Never mind then. Just gonna say that might have catalyzed something.
Bummer.
Yeah. Are you guys going to talk to the wizard?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Joey just looks at Yosef, then looks at the wizard, then looks at Yosef to see if he takes the heads.
I'm just like, well, what do you want me to say to this guy?
I'm on the bink Yosef on the forehead with a little guidance. Boop.
Ah, jeez.
If you need help, you should be talking to Faragrim, because this is kind of Faragrim's quest.
Hey, Faragrim, what do you know about them?
These two guys?
Yeah. I've been thinking about Fireball so much that I just wasn't paying attention.
Faragrim, roll me a history check. Thank you. I think, yeah, Faragrim, you're not familiar with the bartender off to the left. However, you are fairly familiar with Mawbug the Cold. He has been a caravaner in Daggerford or in the area for a long time, and he's usually been in and out. And this is his first established business in any of the towns that he had been caravanning in. Normally, what he does is travel with goods and services across the trade roads and make sure that they get to the proper locations, documenting the manifests and all that stuff.
Cool. I'll tell Yosef. I don't know. I've seen him in and out of town a lot. Back when I was in the guard, he was a caravaner. Looks like this is probably his first brick and mortar spot. I don't know the other guy.
Can I do an insight check on the wizard?
Absolutely. Roll me perception and insight.
What was it?
21 on perception. You said perception and insight?
Yes.
Okay, 21 perception.
Okay.
$11 on insight.
11 on insight. Okay. So you kind of get a better glance at the wizard, and I think right off the bat you notice that she is a dark-haired wood elf, and she appears to be wearing the holy symbol of Selune around her neck. And she's very well-to-do. The way that she's dressed, the embroidery, she's very clean. She appears to have some sort of protecting servant. You can tell that whatever she is, she's either of noble descent or just well funded of some sort. Not a poor individual by any means.
That's a little weird for a wood elf.
She carries a book, a very basic leather-bound journal, it looks like, on her hip, and it is attached to an iron chain that she keeps attached to a large leather belt around her waist. And there's also a bunch of different slots for potions and all kinds of different stuff that she has there as well. And there appear to be some medicine pouches and different herbs and stuff. And I think that's a really good perception check. You can also tell that like her staff appears to be really fancy, like one of the nicer staffs that you've seen. So I don't know if there's anything else that I can give you there. Yeah, but that's what you get out of the perception check. And then as far as an 11 goes on your insight, she, like I said, she appears to be fairly well-to-do. You don't get any initial like unsavory ideas about her particularly.
Well, I mean, you don't know what kind of this is. But she seems nice.
She seems nice. You haven't talked to her yet, but she seems approachable. How about that?
Okay. And you said she's wearing the crest of Seluna?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, if Yosef's not going to, I think when I see that, Karatha would approach her.
Okay.
Okay.
You do so, and she stops her conversation with Mabug and turns to you and smiles at you with like a big bright tooth, like a big bright teeth, and she says, "A child of Selune, a child of the moon," and she embraces you with open arms.
Oh, okay. Hi.
And you get a really warm hug.
I give her a good Selunite hug back, and I say, "May the Silver Lady watch you. How fare you?"
And she just like laughs and says, "Forgive me, it's not often that I find another worshiper, especially so far to the west."
Yeah, that's true. There are less pilgrimages these days.
What brings you here?
We were actually these are my friends. We are adventurers, and we had heard that someone here needed help with a quest.
Well, you've come to the right place. Because oh man, I'm supposed to be doing a voice. Oh, give me a second, guys. Let me get into the zone for this. Excuse me. It's tough. Well, you've come to the right place. You see, I've been sent by Moonstone Manse in the Imperlton city of Lamak. We need some assistance clearing out a group of drow in a local cave. You see, I'm a geologist with them, and we have reason to believe that there is a feldspar vein in this particular cave.
Feldspar?
Feldspar, which is kind of another word for moonstone or other crystals of that variety. You can roll me a history check if you want.
I mean, I can for character's sake.
Okay, roll me a history check and I'll see if I can give you some more.
Karatha is wearing a moonstone pendant.
Oof. You know that feldspar is like the umbrella term for gems like moonstone. I think that's as much as you know about it, though.
That's fair.
Yeah. With a nat one. Yeah.
That's what I get for using Roll20 dice, man. It's the first Roll20 dice I rolled all fucking night.
Damn. Maybe stick the physical ones. Okay. Anyone have any questions for her or anything like that? Seems like she's got kind of an opportunity. She hasn't really told you how much she's going to pay you or anything like that either. So...
I asked her if I could fireball the enemy.
Well, I dare say that would be helpful. They are blinded by the light. And she kind of slaps her knee a little bit. That's not canon.
I'm assuming it's a moonlight kind of fucking joke, and I'm cackling.
Okay, cool. So... she's just going to say, well, drow aren't normally that powerful, but there's quite a few of them, and I only have one servant here, you see. But if we could just get it cleared out, we'd be able to go in and do our work in peace. Let me tell you, I'm quite well funded by Moonstone Manse. We're partnered now with, hang on, what's it called? Oh, we're partnered now with the Towers of the Wind, which is a renowned school for wizardry in Lyrabar.
So you want us to go to these drow's homes and clear them out?
How much will that pay us?
What exactly are you going to be doing in there?
Ethical.
This is colonialism, is it not? And then Batty will hold out their hand for a treat.
I give them a Scooby snack.
Yes.
Except they're called Batty Bits, and I keep them in a little bag that just says Batty Bits.
Well, all of you are quite characters, aren't you? I don't know why I can't do this this accent. I'm sorry, guys.
It's good. I like it.
All right. All of you are quite the character, that's for sure. Well, what sounds like a good price to you?
Well, what exactly are you going to be doing in there? That's a good question.
Well, we
Oh, thanks for the resub.
sorry. We scouted it out
Appreciate
for
it,
a
brother.
few days, and we noticed that there were a couple of drow that would
Yo.
go in and out every few days.
20
or
months
so.
in a row. Let's go.
So it couldn't be
Damn.
more than like maybe 10, 15 of them. And I doubt it's their home from what we saw. More than likely, they're collecting the local bodies from some of the graves and sepulchres and, well, you know, other necromantic activities.
I feel like if
Ah,
the
okay.
necromantic, the drow may not be the only ones we're taking down.
Can Cal do like a history or an insight check on the nature of drow?
Yes.
Bergen, who told you about this, and why are we interested in this, by the way?
This was just to post it on the bulletin board for a quest, or not for a quest, for a one, yeah.
I thought you said that somebody was interested in, or Farragon was, like, doing it for somebody.
No, it was just one of the things that you could do while you're still in Daggerford before you guys leave for the Lizard Marsh, which is where I think you guys ended up deciding to go.
Oh, this is different than the Lizard Marshes.
So
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
maybe we should say hold up on this and be like, we'll think about it.
Is this on the way to the Lizard Marsh?
No, it's just before we leave town.
No, this is on the way to the Lizard Marsh. This is south of our deep forest, which is in the same area.
How much does this pay?
That's a great question. You guys have not persuaded yet.
I would like to talk
I
to her
am
about how
trying
much
to
this
get
would pay.
some insight on how fucking human and or not so
Yes.
human and corrupted drow are.
roll me
what
for
I'm
history.
What I'm trying to figure out is what they're doing. Because if we figure out what they're doing, we could maybe take part ownership, and we could be owners.
They're creating a mine to mine the feldspar.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We could invest in that. Passive income.
Mines are lucrative. I second that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue instead of a gold price, a percentage.
Yeah, just a little bit of a 10% of the company.
No, we could do better than 10.
You're
I
at
seem to
12, so
remember
we all get
Joe
2%.
creating some passive income in a campaign that I played for him one time. So, okay. So you guys can decide whether or not you want to name a price. Calico, what did you roll on your history?
I rolled a 16, and if it's history, that is +5, so 21.
21. Okay, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah. So you know that drow are basically like dark elves. They generally operate in the darkness, and they are, you know, very sensitive to light sources like sunlight and even moonlight. They are known to be like fairly, you know, necromantic in like religious practice. Although there are some drow that do like walk among like the surface dwellers, or at least at nighttime, fairly normally, and aren't like necessarily completely evil. But you know that as far as elves are concerned, they are even lesser than like Sylvan elves. So they are like, you know, more common, you know, more, what's the word I want to use here? Less educated. They don't live as long. They're a little bit generally more erratic than wood elves and high elves.
Just like more wild and unrefined.
Yes, exactly.
Like not even like
necessarily-
culturally refined, just like refined as a living creature.
Yeah, exactly. And just because they don't live as long, and because they have like a very interesting way of recording their history, they just don't operate in the same way. Not to say that they're like, you know, primitive. It's just
Yeah.
they're just not nearly as refined as like high elves and wood elves are.
Yeah, it's complicated. They are not monsters or creatures, really,
Right.
but
Probably more oral culture than
they are
like,
very brutal.
and sort of thing.
But I mean, you guys are talking about going on a murder hobo spree and killing a bunch of goblins, so I don't really see the
Hey,
difference.
goblins don't
personally.
deserve to live.
Cal's just standing between Tizzy and Yosef, and it's just like,
Shut up. Do you want me to squish him?
Tizzy is going to make eye contact and plug her ears.
Okay.
Not you. You're good.
I would like to propose the 12% ownership idea. I like that.
No, we could do better. 15.
Wait, there's 6 of us, right?
18. I could get 18.
I don't think we're gonna get 18.
you can
Well,
try to
hey,
tell
you,
you have guidance. Talk to
you
the
be
lady.
yeah,
Whether or not we're discussing this out loud, I'm assuming we are.
yes.
Yeah, that's all a
Probably.
character.
To say, well, a percentage is interesting. Are you saying you wouldn't rather me just give you a lump sum now?
No, we want percent ownership of the company, and if you guys try to do anything crazy, we will take it back from you.
Well, unfortunately, I don't exactly have the authority to grant you part ownership of the company. That's just not my place, unfortunately. You would have to talk to our headmaster. He's directly involved with the family.
All right, then give us 3,000 gold.
Uh-oh.
How many are you? 6? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 18,000 then? I think we can arrange
No.
something like that.
Wait, 18,000? Yeah, okay.
Wait, hold on. I think we need to discuss because there's something going on here that we're not
These are
aware of.
mobsters, bro. You gotta be careful.
18,000, so 3,000 per
Can
person.
I see if this smells funny?
Yeah,
18
Batty
inside.
can roll me an insight.
I don't think it'll probably come to anything. But
Calathil, you do notice that she got a little. No, unfortunately, Batty, no.
they do not know what's going on.
Calathil, she got a little fidgety when she was talking about what she said was the family.
Maybe we should just step away from this altogether and not get involved with monsters.
Calathil reaches one of her pretty little pale moon hands out and puts it on her hand and goes, "What family?"
Well, it's too embarrassing. Roll me persuasion.
12.
12. Her little moon hands.
Little moon
That was
hands.
so cute.
Okay. 12. You said. I'll let you roll with advantage because you guys are of the same faith.
It's a really nice way of telling someone they failed.
I think it's hard to know you.
14. Okay. So she's gonna kind of get like bashful about it and just be like, "Well, you see, we don't. The moon. Or I'm sorry, I gotta find out. I lost my place. No. Moonstone Manse. Excuse me. Well, you see, Moonstone Manse. It's well funded by the Hawkrin family, and as you know, they're rather wealthy and a bit notorious. But I assure you that Plathion, our headmaster, he's not like them. In fact, he's more of like a lesser son. They abandoned him, you see, until he was successful with our university. And now they fund us. But yes, well, anyways, that's why I don't normally talk about that. No one likes to know that the university is funded by one of the largest stakeholders of the Moonstone mines in the Earthspur Mountains. So the university, yes, is bankrolled by, this family.
What was the headmaster's name?
What do you say? Headmaster's name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would be okay with accepting 5,000 each and us just doing this so I can get a little my construction going and my property in Golden Fields.
This family, from my recollection, is very wealthy to the point that is a paltry amount of money to accept from them.
Then how much do you guys want to try to get?
I would like 5,000. 5,000 and I'd be happy to do this.
Wait.
I think you are screwing yourself.
Wait, how so?
I think we can go talk to Plathion, and I think you're gonna get more than 5,000.
Could we get 20,000
That's what I
per
think.
person, please?
Roll perceptions.
I guess everybody.
Persuasion.
Yeah, what the party needs to decide on an amount, and then I'll have us roll a group persuasion.
I'd be happy with
20,000 per.
5,000.
Seems like a shitload.
Yeah, 5,000 is a shitload by itself, but they offered us 3,000.
Well, I mean, well,
Anybody ask Batty what they think, they just say money is fake and then hold
You
out
are
their
talking
hand
about
for a
one
Batty
family
bit.
that funds an entire university.
I
Yeah,
think I could
yeah,
get
but doesn't
20,000
mean-
per person.
It doesn't mean that clearing out some drawers. I mean, if they're gonna throw out that much, they can hire a mini
Drawers.
army.
Come on, 20,000 per person. Or let's do 10 then.
Money is fake, though.
but I can't hear you.
I can get it. Come on.
No one ever told me. No one ever told Tizzy, so she's just staring at Yosef still.
Oh, man.
I'm just standing there not listening.
I'll do whatever you guys want to do. I don't care.
Well, my vote is
30K.
5,000.
5,000?
30K.
Okay. Roll me group persuasion.
Let's fucking go!
If we can do it, yeah, thank you. All in.
That'd be good.
I'll take your first one, Cal.
Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty solid.
Well, it would be an 11, Calathil. It looks like you. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at baddies. Never mind. I'll take your first one. Same modifier. Okay.
That's pretty solid.
Pretty solid overall. Okay. She
Now he's
is.
just in the background screaming, "Money is fake."
It's true, though.
She is going to take out a gold pocket watch and check it. It's going to tick very loudly, and she's just going to like swing it around a few times and kind of like scratch her chin, and then close it and put it back in her pocket. And then she's going to look at you and she says, "I can do 4,000."
Well, if you can do 4,000, then you can surely do 5,000.
I think 4,000 flat each.
Well, I think that maybe you
Sounds
should find
good.
somebody else to hire because we're very busy and very, very competent at what we do.
Well, if you leave, she's going to like calculate in her head. That means that the rest of the party is going to get closer to 6,000 each.
Well, what do you guys think? Do you stand in solidarity as a union? Or are you going to allow
Well, I
our
think
union to be
4,000.
scabbed and busted?
I think
Well,
4,000.
you know what I'm going to roll.
That's more money than I've ever seen.
You ever heard of a united front? If we walk out...
I think I take the money here, Joey. I'm
She's
sorry.
Okay, how about this? She's gonna say, "Fine, I can do 5,000, but how about this? You have to do me a personal favor.
What
No, we
is the
don't.
personal favor?
I need you to
I'm
go.
not interested, lady. I'm sorry.
I'm very interested.
I just wanted you to check on a personal friend of mine. He's over at the Daggerford jail. You see, his name's Ether. He's an old student and a friend.
And
That
what
would
do we
kinda
need?
go the wrong
What do
way.
we need to do about Ether to see how he's doing?
Well, he seems to be claiming he's innocent. It's not my place to get involved in internal affairs. But if he is, maybe help him.
Well, I
But
do.
only if he's innocent.
Are you paying us up front?
Too much heat.
Or is this like upon completion?
With a
Wait.
contract, or she said, with a amount of gold like this, I would say half now, half upon completion.
Can I do a history check for the layout of the prison?
A history? Yeah, you would not know that, even with the history check.
Okay.
You've
No,
never been
right.
to Daggerford jail. Farragrim could do a history check for that. Yeah, you are well aware of the bureaucratic nature of the Daggerford jail. It is not it's not like a torture facility. It's actually a fairly well-run, organized facility.
Is it? Would it be easily accessible?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. It's a jail.
Well, I'm saying if we had explosives and hypothetically a flying carpet, we could hypothetically do this with catching no heat whatsoever.
I feel like
Too much heat.
part of the whole leaving situation was us keeping a low profile. Perhaps a jailbreak is not in line with that.
I'm just keeping an open
Well
mind.
said.
I'm not leaning
Technically, I
anywhere.
can even commit a jailbreak. We can just prove his innocence, and if he's not innocent, we are not bound to let him
Oh,
out.
let's just take the 4,000. That's so much money.
I agree.
I'm on, that. Fuck
Oh,
this lady's
you tell
problem.
me, Yosef, you don't want to fireball a wall? See if that wall can go down, then magic carpet this guy out of there?
I
Well, see,
mean,
the
if you
thing is, I have
I
shatter. I
think
could
the
just
two are
break the wall with
a
shatter.
dangerous combination.
Yes.
Tell you what, if you do
4,500.
it, she's gonna say if you end up having to do a jailbreak like you're discussing, I can probably tack on an extra 1,000.
We also probably shouldn't continue to discuss it in a bar.
Oh,
That's
don't
the perfect
worry.
place to discuss it.
She's gonna
Yeah.
slap Mabug on the back and say, Mabug wouldn't tell a soul. And
What
she
about
seems
these other
fairly
fuckers?
reassured of that.
Well,
If your bug is sure.
I will submit to the will of the party.
Jeez, let's get the.
As the DM, I will as well. It's up to you guys.
I
Let's
kind of
take
do
the
want to break
forum.
down a
Please
wall
see
or
what the
two
big
for
dice
6K. Let's see, I'm rolling for it. Yeah, so I guess I want to help.
Okay. So we got one for helping out with the wizard thing, the jail thing, or just with
The jail thing.
The jail thing. Okay. So you
Yeah.
got one for.
To get more money.
All right. 1 for, 1 against.
Patty votes whatever Tizzy votes.
I am potentially for the jailbreak, but I don't think we should commit to helping this guy now. I think we should just commit to the drow situation and revisit
Okay. So
the
we got
guy
one.
in prison.
So we've got one
Just pick
tentative
4 grand
floor.
flat, and we'll come back to the other thing.
Okay.
Is he? I don't remember this from us talking about his situation earlier because he was the one that was accused of the murder, right?
Yes.
Do we know? Is he like head on the chopping block? He's going to die tomorrow. Is he rotting in jail for years? Like, do we know what that situation is? How pressing is it?
You found out about this situation like 5 days prior. You are 2 days away from a full moon. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. Calitho's been keeping track, so I don't feel bad giving that information. However, you are. Oh fuck! What did you ask? I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
Do we know like the severity or time pressure of his punishment?
He has been charged at this point. There has not been a trial. The trial process in Daggerford, as Farragrim would know, is not long, but it's not short either. So I would say it's not super pressing. He's only been charged up to this point. They haven't decided his fate yet, whether or not he's going to be doing hard time in the Sword Coast penitentiary, or if he's actually going to just serve out like a minimum sentence at the Daggerford jail, or if he's going to the gallows.
Then I'm going to go ahead and side with Calphil on this one because we do need to get to the swamp in a relatively pressing time.
And I will also say that the swamp, from what you understood from Terrawin, Farragrim, is that they've had an encampment there for a while, and they haven't made a ton of headway. So there's that.
Wait, so I got a question, meta question. Is this, so I've got so many quest lines in my head. I remember we were doing the murder mystery one, then we kind of dropped that for the Halloween special.
Yeah, that's right.
Is this related to the marsh or no?
This particular line is not related to the marsh.
But this is still the same murder mystery.
No, the marsh is the extension of the murder mystery. This is more linear.
Okay, so this is unrelated to the murders.
No, this is the guy who is accused of murdering the woodworker.
Yeah, it is unrelated. No, this is the guy
Different.
this is the guy that is accused of. Well, you don't know who Ether is yet. You haven't gone to the Daggerford jail about that. So there's 3 murders in Daggerford right now. Remember, there's the you didn't read about one of them.
This place is a mess.
Yeah, all you guys know is that somebody was murdered on the edge of the woods. That's the first one. You don't know any more details about that. The second one was the murder of the woodcutter or the woodcarver. And then the third murder was the murder of the court wizard by his apprentice, which you guys read about as well. And that was the one that the the herald was like, extraing about.
So this is probably the court-martialed wizard murder.
Yes, this is essentially the court-martialed wizard murder is what you would be investigating. Which I will say is more linear than the, I don't want to call it a side quest, but the co-related Terrawind Fenwick endeavor, which is at Elizabeth Marsh.
Can I do an investigation check as a thief to see if there's any relation between any of the murders with the clues that Joey put together? Like, can Joey try to fucking big brain this, like with the numbers popping up all around him, you know?
I fucking love that. Yeah, roll me.
You gotta get the board with the string.
It's Pepe Silva.
That's pretty good. With the details that you have, there are 3 different murder methods, and they appear to happen at different times, 2 of them on the same night in different locations across the city. From what you can tell with your big brain, Joey, they do not seem to be related.
Okay.
This town just sucks.
Or I'm just letting you guys pull whatever thread you want to pull right now.
I am comfortable with just doing the drawers. Then we can go from the drawers to the
Drows?
No, drawers. We can go from there to the goblins. We can go from there to Golden Fields, or Golden Fields in between if it's closer. Then we can come back and get our bounties, and I'm happy with that. And we can just drop the, like, that guy should just get a lawyer, right?
Suppose that's fair. If there are lawyers in this universe.
That's what I'm proposing. We just take the 4,000 and we just go on this without making it super complicated.
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to prove someone's guilt or innocence. You just cast Zone of Truth on them.
But what if they could just tell their truth?
You go Zone of Truth. Did you fucking kill him?
Yeah, Joseph could also just read his mind.
Unless they have
No, he
very
made me
good
kill him.
charisma save. Is that how police interrogations?
Okay, so we got
just keep
2
casting Zone of
against.
Truth until they fail.
We got 2 against and 2 for, and then we have Tizzy and Batty who have not voted yet.
I'm with Calville. And Batty's with Calville, too.
So that's 4.
So, not right now.
Do we just want to go check out the jail then and talk to this dude and then decide then? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sorry, is the most
Let's do
indecisive
it.
bunch of boo-boos.
Well, Joey really wants to go to Golden Fields, but at the same time, he doesn't want to, like, help an injustice occur, and he really likes money, so he's being pulled in many different directions.
Before we go, Galatu takes her little hand. She goes, "We're going to go visit your friend. Who should I say sent us?"
You can say that it was me, and then she's going to introduce herself. Damn, I have to switch back over to that. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I don't know why I forget names like this when I've written them. Edenora is her name. You let her know that Edenora sent you. I think he'll at least be a little bit more forthcoming if you say that.
Okay, Galatu goes, Galatu Luda, and gives a little kiss on the hand and runs away.
Okay. Sweet. You do that. She goes back to talking to the very angry, very large orc. And you guys make your way south of town towards the Daggerford jail. Out front, there are several guards walking around the grounds, kind of patrolling the area. There is a 8-foot tall wrought iron barred fence around the entire facility. There are steel bars over every window and steel bars in the windowsills as well. It appears to be an extremely secure facility. And they definitely put a decent amount of funding into it, as there are quite a few quite a few guards stationed outside. But Farragrim, I think you'd probably be the only person who's familiar with the facility. So at the entrance of the threshold, there is the lobby area. It's also next to the canteen where they cook all the food. And you have to check in with one of the secretaries to schedule appointments, essentially, with prisoners.
Maybe Yosef should go up there and say that we would like to have visiting hours with the person and try to get as much of us in as we possibly can.
So we're kind of going into this under the assumption that we're going to break this guy out.
That we're just gonna meet.
Okay. Yeah.
We just want visiting hours. This is what we're looking for, so we can just meet the person.
All 6 of us are gonna share the little headset phone.
Yeah, just pass it back and forth.
Also, did she pay us half?
Yes, you guys could add, if she's doing 6,000, 3,000 to your gold.
Well,
So,
I thought we
add 6,000.
I thought we accepted
our
the 2,000, right?
The
And
extra
then
2,000.
and it will be
An extra
6.
1,000.
It will be an extra like 2,000 if
No.
we because
She said that she would give you 4,000, and then she said, I'll do 5, but only if you go check on this friend of mine. And then when you guys got upset about the jail portion of it, she said, well, if you guys are gonna get upset about this jailbreak aspect, I'll go ahead and tack on an extra 1,000, which would bring it up to 6,000.
yeah, so it's been 6,000 only if we do that whole thing, and we're gonna wait and see if we're gonna do the whole thing because it might require us to break them out. So we actually would get 2,000 down payment and maybe an extra 4,000 if we do this whole thing. But if not, it would just be an extra 2,000.
That's true. She also just asked you to go check in with him and maybe help him. She didn't really necessarily say to break him out.
Okay. So we accepting the 3,000 then?
Yeah. I'm going
cool. That's a shitload of money.
It's a shitload of money for sure. Use it well. Okay, you guys enter the lobby area, and there is some sort of nobleman that seems to be like pretty angry and busy with one of the secretaries, and the other one appears to be pretty open at this point. She has just finished up her conversation with like a red-haired gnomish character who looks a little exacerbated, but is currently just kind of like making her way out the door and down the steps. And she's going to look at you and just going to say, all right, what do you want?
We would like to see a prisoner.
State your name and purpose.
Wait, I would like to walk up to Yosef and be like, say that we're his legal consult and we want to meet with all 6 of us would like to meet with him to discuss options.
What was his name again?
Ether?
Ether?
Ether.
Are you his attorney?
Yeah. All six of us are.
He has a
We'd like to see
team,
him.
and she's going to like raise an eyebrow.
It's a murder trial. It's very serious.
Roll me deceptions.
That's how innocent he might be.
I'm gonna roll an intimidation instead. That's still not great.
No. So this she's gonna look over at you. By the way, she's a dwarf. She's like a very, very old dwarf, and she's gonna look over at you, Batty, and she's gonna go, "Do you have some indigestion, honey?" And then she's gonna look at the rest of the party and say, "Yeah, nobles these days, they get all the wealth, all the money. I can't believe it. 6 people and a lawyer. Oh my God. Yeah, all right. Let me see what his next availability. Oh, look at that. He's in jail. He's available. Hang on." And she's going to like pull out a ticket and like walk it across and like hand it through the bar to one of the guards who's going to walk across to a window slot and hand it through the window slot. And you guys are going to hear like a stamping sound. And he's going to get the ticket back and then come to the bars again, hand it back to the secretary who walks behind the counter, puts another stamp on it and files it away and says, "Okay, you're welcome to meet with them for up to 20 minutes. And then kind of like gestures towards the door. And one of the guards is going to open up the threshold for you guys. Let me make sure it actually puts it up. Oh, yeah. There we go. Cool. And when you get in, the guard is going to say, "Please leave all weapons at the cage entrance." and he's going to gesture to this corner over here. And there's going to be a gnome with like a purple hat on, like a weirdly shaped like pyramid hat. And he's going to have like a group of chests that are open next to him and like a notepad. And as you guys are you guys going to accept that and put all of your gear at the side?
Not
Can
my
I,
shield.
can I do a sleight of hand to see if I can hide my dagger?
He just said weapons. So yeah, roll me for sleight of hand. Okay. Yeah, you are able to like put your dagger down into your boot, like in time for them to like take the rest of your stuff. The small gnome is going to like take a catalog of everything that you dropped off and then put it very very carefully, very delicately into these chests, close them, lock them with several keys, and then wrap chains around them and lock those as well.
Yeah, when I hand him the 9 lives stealer, I'm gonna say, be very careful with that one. Do not cut yourself.
He's
Might be the
going
last
to
cut
look,
you ever get.
he's going to say nothing but shake his head and like take a handkerchief out of his front pocket and then like very carefully touch it and then like drop it into the bin, and he's going to put it in its own bin, I think. Yeah, and then lock that one up. Okay. After that, a like balding, very like scarred face guard walks up to you and kind of greets you at the gate door, and he's going to say, "Well, now, welcome. Ether hasn't really gotten a whole lot of visitors lately. So, what brings you all here? I heard that you're their lawyers. That's a load of shit, if you ask me. But, anyways, like I said, he doesn't get a lot of visitors. So, what do you want?"
Talk to him. What do you mean?
A friend of his asked us to check on him. Make sure he wasn't being mistreated.
A friend, huh? That sounds a little suspicious. Not gonna lie. He's
What
gonna
was
like.
her name? Did we ask her name?
Idenora.
Edenora was her name. Are you gonna tell him that?
Yeah.
I am. I'm part of his legal
We can name
counsel,
Idenora
actually.
sent us.
Oh, is that so? Yeah, is that why you left your bow at the door? You're gonna shoot the judge, get the right verdict? I don't buy it.
Oh, I'm from Golden Fields. We do things a little bit differently.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine that there's very many lawyers in Golden Fields, huh? It's not exactly a big place.
Is Golden
Yeah,
Fields?
what's her
I thought Golden Fields is pretty decently sized.
It's like I think the population is like
5,000.
it's like 5,000. Yeah, so it's like a fourth the size of Daggerford, probably smaller. But I think he's just kind of making fun of you for that reason.
I see.
Hey, buddy. What's your name?
You can call me Rory. My last name's a little long. It's Minor, but you can just call me Rory.
Can you just take us to where we need to go, Rory?
Sure thing. Why didn't you say so? Yeah, like I said, Ether doesn't get a whole lot of visitors. He's going to walk over here to the only cage that has 2 guards standing in front of it, and they're also actually roll me perceptions.
15.
15.
Bad.
Damn.
Killing
Bad-
It's a horrible perception.
Y'all are
Betting
hurt.
Teasy, lost
Caliphil,
perception.
Peregrine, Joey, and Yosef. Basically everyone but Batty and Tizzy. You guys notice that at the front of the cell, along with the guards, there appears to be some sort of like runic symbol drawn on the floor, very steady-handedly, with what appears to be some sort of like black chalk or charcoal or ash or something.
Yeah, what tile is that on?
Can I do history or arcana?
Ah, I see. Thank you.
Yes, you can.
It's 15 plus 5 either way, so 20.
I can kind of blow it up a little bit. A little bigger here. Okay. Is that bigger
Can
for
I
you
give
guys?
you insight?
Yeah, it's just a
Right.
little hard to see the black on the gray, but it's
Are you doing insight or are you doing history check, Calville?
I don't know.
I said
whatever we give me the
history or arcana, just the nature of the runes.
Yeah,
Oh,
history. So what? 15. What's your modifier for history?
Plus 5, 20.
Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, it's fairly recognizable. Also, because this particular rune just kind of depicts exactly what it is. This is a hail of arrows rune. So essentially, if you cross the threshold of this rune, a hail of arrows will fall from directly above you from some other dimension where arrows are constantly flying, and pelt you with hundreds of them essentially. So it's a fairly powerful fairly powerful protected rune, and it only appears to be on this dude's cell for some reason.
With my perception, can I see if there is a window on the outside of his cell, and if I can tell if the cell is like next to the outside of the building?
I love it that you've asked that question. Please roll me a investigation.
I would also tell everybody not to don't step on that.
As you look around, Joey, you notice that this is in fact the only cell that does not have a window.
Is it like next to the outside of the building, or is it like in the interior of the building? Is it like walls behind it?
He is on an exterior wall.
Guys, I could break that wall.
Hey, Yosef, shut up.
I
think
dare say that would be pretty tough. That's about 3 feet of solid rock there, son. Limestone. Yeah, my grandfather was the one that carried it. It's a real good story, actually. I can tell you a lot about it. Anyway.
No, thank you, sir. No, thank you.
No, Rory.
That's fine.
That's fine. Come on, Rory.
Yeah.
No, Rory, come back.
No,
That was-
Rory,
that was
can
really
we
weird.
Rory
have
should probably go.
can we have
very busy.
we need to have a council and
There's also 2 guards in front of the cage, 2 guards behind you, another guard inside of like the little entry area. You guys don't even know it's outside, so just throwing that out there.
I'd like to whisper to Yosef. Yosef, maybe you do the conversation and try to read his mind. I'm whispering this to Yosef, by the way, and try to read his mind to ascertain his guilt to see how difficult of a task we're coming into.
I would like to point out to all of you that clearly this is a magically protected prison, and they've put him in a special room for people who know how to use fucking magic. So you're not just gonna blow a hole in the wall.
Well, we haven't gotten to that point yet. We don't know if we can or cannot do anything.
Hello? Is someone there? They said that someone sent my lawyers. Are my lawyers? Is someone defending me?
Yeah, hey, guards, can we have a moment with our client? You know, there's some privilege here, and you guys aren't privy to this conversation.
It's very official. Go ahead and roll me a deception or persuasion. How about that?
All right. That's a +9 modifier.
+9?
Yeah.
That's as bad as you can do without being a fail.
Yeah, sure. So 11.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, "Yeah, I guess I've heard of that rule," and then they're gonna walk away to like the other side of the cafeteria area, like the mess hall, which is essentially what you're in. And Roy's gonna go, "Oh yeah, I guess that means me too. Okay, well yeah, I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes."
All right, thank you, Rory.
God,
we're all gonna
I hate that. I hate that guy.
For you.
Yeah, that guy's kind of fucking dry, isn't he?
I can't wait to hear his story about his grandfather.
Do you want to lead this dance? Do you want to lead
Rory
this dance,
sucks.
Yosef?
Yeah. Hey, Ether.
Ether is going
would
to
you-
walk to the edge of the rune as far as he is comfortable doing, and he's going to say, "Yeah, I had to set my bed up in the corner over there because the cot that they gave me is partially way in that rune, and well, I'm going to wake up to a hail of arrows. I'm so glad someone came. Who sent you?"
Yeah, I don't care about that problem you had just a second ago. I just want you to know that.
What was her name? Elden Ring?
Denora.
Lenora.
Yeah,
To
but
be fair,
Ethan,
you're
she
unlike
sent
me.
us, said to check in on you, see like what's going on, why you're here.
Nora,
So why you here?
I haven't seen her in a decade. How is she?
She's okay. Ordering us
great.
around
At
for
the
money.
brewery.
Oh, that's so good to hear. She's still with the university then.
Seems to be.
yeah.
She's working on a geological project.
Oh, that's just like her, sticking with her work. I'm glad to hear it. My name's Ether Degland. I take it you're not my lawyers then.
No,
I mean, we
don't think
are,
so.
because we could get you out one way or anher.
What do you mean by that?
Joseph, you have got to stop talking like that. You're going to get us arrested.
No, that one was vague. What are we talking about? They would never know.
Ether, mon ami, we just want to know what's happened.
So he's like, from what you can tell, he's just like a simple academic. You know, he's wearing like pretty shabby purple robes that appear to be covered in chalk. It looks like he hasn't had a shower in a number of days. He's got medium length, blonde hair mixed like in thickets at this point, and really, really thick sideburns that are a little bit darker than the rest of the hair he has. So he's almost kind of like an aging Luke Skywalker in that manner. But he's, not necessarily aging. He's like 20, 28, 29. So I would say, at this point, let's just call it in its youth. Let's make us all feel good about where we're at right now. So at this point, he is kind of just like fiddling around with his thumbs, and he's like, "Do you think you can prove my innocence? I've told my story multiple times, and they won't believe me."
You haven't told us.
Yeah, we need to know your story.
If we know where to look and what to look for, we might be able to help you.
Also, would you consent to some mind search from our friend here so we can get to the bottom of this a little bit quicker?
Consent to reading mind. He's gonna say, "Anything that will prove my innocence faster. Yes, of course, I'll submit."
Yeah, I'll burn a detect thoughts on this guy.
Okay. He is going to. I think it's voluntary, so I don't even think he has to make the save.
No, he lets me go as deep as I want.
Yep.
Gross.
So you go deep. Ether
Good.
Ether knows. Okay, so the first thing that you get is on the surface level. It's embarrassment. It appears that his alibi, which he has been repeating over and over and over again, was that he wasn't involved in the recent activities, and in fact wasn't even on the premises when the golem that killed his master was created. Because actually he had been taking care of his father at one of the local pubs. Unfortunately, his father, who is a nudist, he is also the town drunk, and he happened to be putting on quite a show and becoming a laughingstock at one of the local taverns, and that's where he was the night of the murder itself. So therefore, it couldn't have been him, and that's initially what you see. As you prod deeper into his emotions and into the events that kind of led up to that, you understand that Ether knows very little of his master's golem craft. His master was rather secretive, to the point of even keeping him out of the area where he had forged the golem in the first place. And Ether didn't really think much of it because it was a really delicate process, and he wasn't at that level to be helping anyway. So mostly what he did was source rare materials. And then one of the materials that seems to pop up on the top of Ether's mind over and over again is this thing called sovereign glue. You hear it over and over again, Yosef. And you have this very happy memory that you come across of him haggling for this sovereign glue. And he seems to be really excited about the fact that he talked it down from 15,000 GP to 14,555 GP. It's apparently a glorious moment in his memory, as if this is the greatest that he's ever.
That's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah, and he paid for 6 ounces of the stuff in a single vial. And he met with a rather boisterous individual, from what you can tell from the memory. It was a dragonborn rogue, and you even get a name out of it, and his name is Rorthan Alias. I can throw that on.
Okay, I'm just relating all of this to the party real time, but I'm not RPing all of this.
No, that's totally fine. I'm giving you a shit ton of information right now.
Yeah, we appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Can we ask questions?
Yeah,
is
100%.
there something that was included? Why hasn't anyone believed him? If there were so many people there to see his alibi, why is it not being checked out?
Are you asking him or are you asking the DM?
We should wait. We should wait till Yosef goes all the way in so we can not have to
I'm asking the DM if that's included in when he was going through his memories of was my alias or here's my alibi.
Right.
Was he also oh yeah, here's the alibi that nobody believes because was that included?
No, that wasn't included. And I think that he seems relatively confused as to why he's there as well. And if you want to ask him more about that, about who's come to help him, that kind of thing, you can, and I can give you more information on that. But yeah, I guess we're going to continue to prod since we're reading minds here. And I'm going to give you a little bit more. So while he was meeting with this particular individual, he was very careful to conceal his identity. He dressed in like an underclass garb during his interactions, and he only carried his wand hidden in a coat pocket. And this was all at the request of his master, who wished for the utmost privacy in his personal matters.
So they don't actually know it was him that was out.
So all we have to do is find the cellar, and we can get an alibi and get this guy out.
Interesting. There's one.
Ask him where we can meet this person, and since the master's dead, he's not gonna be too upset with the privacy broken, and we can get this guy out of jail.
Well, I don't understand. My alibi can be corroborated by the innkeeper at the Happy Cow Tavern. That's where I was during the murder. I wasn't involved with the golem craft. They seem to have painted me as someone that helped him craft this thing and that I have control over it, but that's not the case. That's just not how golems work.
So either what happened? Did the golem kill him? Did something go wrong in the lab?
He was everywhere. He was painted all over the walls. The golem was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, geez, that's gross.
They didn't even give me a lawyer. They gave me no one to talk to. I didn't even get asked any questions. I couldn't even confess. They just established it, and now I'm just waiting for trial, whatever that means.
Okay, guys, let's tell the person at the bar about this, and they can take care of the rest. We don't have to go and like do all this work. We did our job. We checked in on them.
Could I do, before we go, maybe it would be history, and I don't know if Kalita would know, the market value of something like Sovereign Blue?
The actual market value? I'm so happy you have it.
I think it's one of those situations where you go to buy ecstasy and they give you meth.
Okay.
Not necessarily, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that common
I don't think he bought Sovereign Blue
common thing that happens.
all the time to everybody.
You could also mix up salt and sugar, but no, meth way more appropriate.
Too, yeah. But no one would intentionally sell you salt and tell you it's sugar.
I don't know. I know some 6-year-olds, man.
Roll me for history.
17?
17? Okay. I think you're familiar with Sovereign Glue, as it's a famous spell component. It's a legendary item, you know that much. So its value does fluctuate based on availability. And in this case, in this particular area of the Sword Coast, its value is anywhere between like 10,000 and 20,000 GP. So what he paid for it was average prices.
So is that like per ounce or like per?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it specifies for a 6-ounce vial. Which is what he purchased.
Yeah, so he bought 6 ounces for about 15, which is the median. Mm-hmm. But we don't know for a fact that it was something.
He got it for like actually 14 something.
So the vial itself was locked in a strong box stuffed with cotton, and he was the one that had requested that safety measure. So you know that it at least had like some amount of value to it as well. So maybe I guess it may be safe to assume that he would know what he's looking at if he's picking this up. But I guess, yeah, you don't know for a fact if it was something.
A lot of weird shit going on with golems lately.
I'm obsessed with golem craft. Sorry. Shit's dope.
Oh, it's just, I'm a little worm who wants to connect all the threads that probably don't belong to the same sweater.
We are so close to that point that it's like making me fucking shake. So, anyways. Okay. So what's the plan with Ether here? And then do we want to take our first like 10-minute break?
Yeah, that sounds great. I guess, yeah, I'm just confused if there are so many witnesses. The only way they could be trying to pin this on him is saying he has some way of controlling the golem, but I mean, how do you prove he doesn't?
I heard something
I
about
kind of detected his
internal
thoughts
affairs.
as a motherfucker. It seemed like he didn't really do anything.
No, I believe that he didn't. I don't know how to prove that, though.
Well,
Remember earlier when she said something about internal affairs? Maybe he's being framed.
I'm glad you guys can't see my face right now. This is great.
There's
guys, let's
definitely
just
some
blow up a
tomfoolery
wall.
afoot.
Who can stop us if we just blow a wall up?
Literally all the gods.
Well, I think the breaking him out now is not something we need to concern ourselves about. We need to get
No.
this man. We need to get this man free, and we can do that using more detective methods.
Yes. Either do you know how to cast sending?
I assume that he would, yeah.
I was going to tell him, should we not return before his trial, he should contact us.
I'll try. You see, my god rises with the sun, and I don't get a ray of sunlight in here until, well, right around 6 p.m. every day, and, well, it's near the end of winter, so at certain points I might not be getting any more rays of sunlight at all, and that's the only way that I can cast that spell currently. If I cast anything more powerful than a level 1, you see, well, I'll be rained with arrows, and I'd rather that not happen.
Yeah, we don't want you to get arrow rained
Arrowed.
on.
But you are the only people that have come so far, and I want to trust that you will help me because, well, you're my only hope at this point.
I would like to turn to the party and say, I want to get to the bottom of this.
Well, how do you think we do that?
Well, we can go to the inn, get that person's testimony, we can get written and sworn, and then get that over to the local reporting authorities. Gather detective case, figure out what's going on. Then last case scenario, we break the guy out.
What if I went to talk to Rory to have him come with us to the inn?
I don't think proving he wasn't there proves that he didn't control the golem is the issue.
You don't think having him there would be helpful?
No, I'm saying even if he was dealing with his drunk naked father, that doesn't disqualify him from telling or directing the golem to kill his master.
The only one that he's going to pipe up, because I'm assuming you're having this conversation next to his cell.
Yeah.
The only one that can control a golem is the creator or anyone that was involved in writing its script. See, you have to sign your name in a signature on a piece of paper and then let the golem consume it, and then you have control.
So
You know what I think we need to do? I think we need to find a golem.
He would still have the paper within him. It's magically protected.
If Ether's name isn't on that paper, Ether had nothing to do with it.
Well, I know for a fact that Master Payfarin's name was on that paper. I don't know who else's was, though.
So we could find the cause of everything once we find the golem.
Wait.
Right, that's the name of the now former court wizard.
Okay, I thought it was a different name.
I think that you would probably understand the gravity of this because Tordinar Payfarin is a super old high elf that has been the court wizard in Daggerford for like the past 600 years. In fact, he lived through the spell plague, so was very highly regarded. So yeah.
Excuse me.
But yeah,
I
anyways,
relay that.
let's take our first 10-minute break. I gotta pee really bad. First 10 minutes.
Yeah,
let all of us sink in, guys. My bad. I'll turn on the waiting room music.
So we gotta find the golem.
I think so. Now, is a golem a creature, a person, or an object?
It's a construct.
So it'd be like an object.
So it's an object. It's an animated object. out of character. Batty doesn't.
Come on, Mingo.
But a cocoa is basically clay and a few words. And that's it. Few words in Hebrew. If we're talking like
Traditional
IRL,
golem, yeah.
but like I don't know.
Well, I knew the thing. I remember from D20, like the roof of his mouth thing, where it's like if you fuck up the sigils and shit.
Oh yeah, that's
Wow.
Yes!
accurate. So it's generally a scroll,
Yeah,
not like baked into it.
Holy shit.
like in the throat.
Idea. That was a really cool idea. But generally, it's paper because there's like a certain significance to like paper and
The
Judaism.
parchment, yeah,
Yeah.
because of the pressing of the paper.
Yep.
I think maybe locate object could work. If as a construct it's an object.
I think we could definitely make that argument with Jacob.
Well, do what about it?
I mean, Batty can't make that argument.
I think we'd hit a problem where we haven't seen it though.
If we know the creator of the object and we have something else the creator has created, we could extrapolate if it's made of the same type of clay. If we have the clay that it's made of.
And now you're getting into the semantics of what familiar to you means.
Exactly.
Oh, well, it says as long as you have seen it up close at least once.
So we've seen the clay. If we've seen the clay up close at least once.
I could locate object on the clay, not necessarily on the golem.
I mean, we can just take apart the golem. No one's using it now, right?
It's not
I
there.
can break it apart with
It's
shatter.
took off. That's the issue. It's gone.
I'm a bit of an investigator.
Hear me out. We could also kill him,
I can help with that.
and then all we need to do is revivify his corpse.
That's evil. See, this is where I'm getting into the like,
You're not going to be calling it evil and then revivifying your corpse, Patty.
I'm back.
yes, I will. Don't bring me back as I'm gambling. Ugh.
Revivify?
Not revivify. That what was that? Reanimate is what I.
Oh no, I'm talking about revivify, not reanimate.
Sure, you can spend a diamond on me. I'll take that.
Right.
So I
Locate-
wanted to talk to you guys
Locate
about something.
creature.
What would you guys think about maybe switching from Roll20 to Foundry VTT?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Don't know anything
Thought-
about it, but I'm down.
Either,
It's
but whatever
the-
you say, boss.
it's not monthly like Roll20 is. It's what's it called? It's a flat fee of $50. So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Because it's like kind of like a beta, but they've been updating it a lot the past year, and it's really fucking good now. But it also links up directly with Kanka, which is how I organize my lore, which means that instead of just having like a player journal where you guys write your inventories like manually, you would just have like an inventory and a quest line tree that you could just access at any time. That would be completely linked up to the program.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and it looks pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Sounds cute as fuck.
I was gonna say it just because that's where I put all my lore as Kanka, and Joe's familiar with that program, and it's like I can basically just like share information with you as it comes up.
Connecting those two as a DM, that would be a
Bingo.
game
We're
changer.
back.
Yeah, so that would also be really cool. But anyways, I just wanted to put it past you guys because I'm not really trying to spend $50 on it right now.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
I'll be
if you guys
down. I'll be down to pitch in for that.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
say, if you
throw
guys
it.
want to pitch in for like just having that new program, but let me make sure that it's not 50 per person. That
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
not-
say if it's 50 just
I
for the
looked it
host,
up.
I'll kick in 10.
I
50,
looked. I
don't
looked
care.
at. I already looked into it. It's the DM pays for it or whatever, or the DM has it. Then it connects users for free.
Okay, cool. That's awesome then. But yeah, I've been watching it for a while, and it's been getting really good. And it renders things faster, and we won't have problems with my pumpkin lighting anymore.
Yeah, the lighting on it already looks insane. There's like a security camera that was like moving back and forth, and like bosses can be animated.
Yep, there's that too. There's a bunch of animated code tokens. It's called Foundry VTT.
Yeah, if you want to do that, me and Kelsey will pitch in.
Ooh, this is slick.
Cool.
I will too.
Awesome.
I'll send
Yeah.
you free stickers.
That works too. Every little bit counts. I mean, if I can get it down to like $10, I'll fucking I think it'd be way worth it.
Sound bathroom, we're back.
It sucks because I've probably spent like a solid $70 on Roll20 at this point because I like to buy token packs to support my my favorite artists. I don't think they will transfer over, which is unfortunate.
That sucks.
Can you download them? Like download and upload them?
Like the JPEGs or whatever.
Yeah.
I might be able to. I think they're PNGs, but yeah.
Well, you know.
I mean, it doesn't sound like the
I'm a
greatest thing
computer
in the
noob.
world, but you did pay for them, so if you wanted
Right.
to take them over with you.
Fair. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I almost died. All right. We're just waiting for Max to get back now.
And Trevor's in the bathroom.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah. And it looks like John has
John's
dipped
awesome.
somewhere too.
Okay, cool. Well, how we doing, guys? How are things going?
I'm good.
Y'all are my geekiest fantasy friends, so welcome to the circle. Oh, I went and checked out that comic book store, Kelsey. It was fucking sweet.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, this is dope. Definitely had a better selection than what's it called, where I went the first time. The guy there was really nice, though. You know, he was at least well read, and he could tell me exactly what to pick out. So that was cool. But yeah, at where your friend suggested, I found a Loki, like an entire Loki graphic novel that just recently came out.
That's fucking cool. Yeah, Rebecca's like a huge Marvel. She fucking loves Loki and she loves Marvel. And I was like, hold on, let me ask someone.
Yeah, Loki's sexy as fuck. I get it. But yeah, there's a bunch of like shower moments in that graphic novel. I just kind of like paged through it, and I was like, this is like risque. Like this is sweet. So yeah, I always wanted to buy one for myself, but yeah, definitely got the right thing though.
Yeah, Jacob, at some point tonight, send us your Venmo link or whatever, and we'll Venmo you some monies tonight.
Yeah, I think it's Jacob-James-11. I can actually put it in chat, or I'll put it in the Discord.
Toy.
Mingo won, and I'm happy about it.
Tight. Okay, everybody back?
No.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you guys, I guess, you're finishing up your conversation with Ether. Do you have any more questions for him? Have you decided what you're going to do, if you're going to help him, how you're going to help him? I think one of the things that you guys thought about was maybe going after the golem. That could be one thing. He met with a fence of some sort, so you got a name out of that too.
Sorry, so the fence, that happened not during the time of the murder, right?
This was during the crafting of the golem. Since you looked through his memories, Yosef would know that it was like several weeks prior.
Okay, so that might be a dead end unless we have to go down that route.
Well, he had to get
Ether.
the stuff to make the golem. That's why he met the guy.
Yeah.
Do
But I'm
you
saying that
know
will
maybe
help
the golem went
solve
to?
this.
Would he know?
Yeah.
I don't think so, and you did not see anything of that in his memories.
I would like to ask, is it Ether?
Ether. Yep.
Okay, this is a hypothetical because we kind of know how we're gonna try to solve this for you. But how would you go about proving it? Like, what do you think? Are we missing anything?
Well, I guess if they don't take the word of the innkeeper at the Lucky or Happy Cow Tavern, I suppose the only thing that might prove my innocence would be if you could find the manifesto from when I picked up that particular item. It's dated. I don't know what that would prove, though. He seems to be at kind of a loss as well. That's
Okay.
his name.
Ether, I know you don't know much about the golems and you weren't allowed to help make them and stuff. Any thoughts on how to find one?
With the master of the golem killed, it's hard to say. Usually golems are crafted with a task at hand, and I don't know what my master's task was. He failed to tell me. He was very secretive in that way.
Do you think it was to commit suicide?
I think someone else might have had a hand in that.
I think if we find the golem and we find whose name is also in there, we found the culprit of who actually committed the murder.
To have a magic powerful enough to convince a golem to kill its own master in such a way, they would be very, very strong indeed. That is a spell arraignment that I am not familiar with.
Had the master been tricked into doing this?
Or out of character.
It's also possible that his master is not the master of the golem.
It could have been.
We would know when we get to the script.
Sorry, what were you saying, Betty?
Could have been
Betty.
too vague. So killing the master aligned with the directive. If the directive was too vague. So if it was to project a certain community, or to do something like broad,
Or to just destroy or kill
Yes.
or whatever.
exactly. So
He's
that
like
could
a
have-
monkey's paw. You gotta be careful.
exactly out of character. Batty would.
Okay, well, either don't die.
I trust you. Thank you. He's
I'm-
going to sound very hopeful.
I will put a vow on Yosef Smoot's life that we will solve this for you.
Isn't he the
denounce-
famous musician?
Well,
Yeah,
he's
that's
also
me.
he's also your legal counsel.
Oh, it's truly an honor, sir. And he's going to step forward as if to shake your hand, and then immediately stop as he almost steps into his room.
No, shake my hand.
You're not that famous.
Oh, you're a wise one. Get a good head on your.
To the end we go.
Okay.
Could you imagine being locked up in a jail cell and the person that comes in is like, "I'm your attorney," and it's like Kesha. That's what's happening here.
Well, you see, Tizzy, I am very persuasive.
Oh, I believe it, honey.
It's like, look,
I'm
Kanye,
just
I
saying,
think
if
you're a
Bruno
genius, but
Mars
can I
is
get
my
a real lawyer,
I'm
please?
getting away with highway robbery. Like, people are gonna listen.
I really think Yosef is like the Kanye.
Nobody's a
I am
bigger fan of
very
Yosef than
famous.
Yosef.
Look,
That's
I
true,
am
too.
very famous, guys. Look, Daggerford loves me. They have
Yeah,
since day one. You have to understand what it's like for me.
You guys want to go all the way out? Copy paste y'all
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
I
like
don't
my
want to go all the way out
weapons
until I
Wait,
get my weapons.
can I speak to Rory on my way out real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
I would just like to ask Rory, do you know who specifically was the most adamant on Aether being the culprit?
Huh, that's a very good question. Roll me persuasion. Okay. Well, I never really thought of it, but yeah, that Daggold guy, he was up here quite a bit. Yeah, he didn't like the fellow at all. Thought he was lying through his teeth. I think they're all lying, though, if you ask me.
Never remember?
Is that
Yeah, that newfangled lord. The guy that kind of acts like a baron, but's not.
man? He's trying to get with my girl.
Mayetta? Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. She'll rip your head off.
Oh
I don't know. She seemed to
yeah.
favor Yosef. Didn't mind the peck on the cheek.
She's that praying mantis woman from Buffy.
See,
Ah.
he's a thing for musicians.
Rory, do you have anywhere scheduled Ether's trial, or is that just whenever?
Well, we got a couple people in line, you see. We got a couple of suspects this week for that stake in the back murder. I don't know if you heard about it. Some silver stake, motherfucker. I don't know. These people carrying jewelry around as murder weapons now. Freakies. You ask me, it's probably a sex-motivated crime. Anyways, we think we caught some guy. He was outside by the local windmill. Real hairy dude, you know? Big forearms and stuff. He had fangs for a split second, then they were gone. It was the strangest thing. Anyways, we actually got him pinned up in the cell right over here. He's just been hanging out. Hasn't said a word since he got here.
Rory, unrelated question. What time do you get off work?
Well, he's gonna like stand up really tall and proud and kind of press his chest out, and he's gonna say, "You see here, I'm the warden, so this is where I live."
Oh, you're the warden. That's quite fortunate. Well, we have an idea of a character witness that can prove our client's alibi, and we were hoping that maybe you could come with us to be able to get the alibi, you know, cemented, and somebody with such authority and somebody as great as you.
Well, you'd have to go to the actual warden for that.
What do you mean by actual warden? I thought you just said you're the warden.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm the warden of the cafeteria. I don't. That's a job for the big man.
Oh, so you're like the cafeteria lady.
No, I don't cook the food. That's Jeffrey.
Do you know what time Jeffrey gets off?
I think he got off a couple hours ago. The mess hall is closed.
Okay. It was a nice thought. Thank you.
Wait, I didn't get to tell you about my grandfather and the stone.
We're gonna be right back. Can you tell us as soon as we come back?
He had to travel 7 miles down to the riverbed, and he had to roll that stone on logs all the way back. All the way back, I tell ya. It took a matter of weeks. All right, you guys all just walking away from Rory.
Yeah, walking away.
All right, cool. Yeah, you do that. He just turns around and starts talking at the guards behind him.
Okay, I would like to retrieve my weapons and leave.
Yep. The gnome is going to come up, and he is going to take out his little book, and he's going to check off all of the items and then give them back to you. He's going to walk over to the lone chest in the back, Fairgrim, and open it up very carefully and delicately as he grabs your sword with the handkerchiefs and hands it back to you. I think your mic's off, Max.
Thank you, sir.
He's going to be like, yep, and just like hand all your stuff back. And if you guys want to gather in the front, I'll move us over to... Are we going to the tavern? Are we trying to corroborate his story now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Galadil wants to talk to the hairy man before we leave.
Talk to the what?
The hairy man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's just going to walk up and point at him and go, you're moon touched, yes?
He is sitting on the floor of the cell, just kind of like resting his elbows on his knees, with his head kind of sunken down into his shoulders. And he's going to look up at you, and you're going to see like a flash of moonlight in his eyes, and that's it.
You don't have to, but if you want it to end, take my hand.
He's going to give you a really toothy grin, and he's not going to move.
Suit yourself.
Fucking creepy.
Okay. Is the party leaving?
Yes.
I'm gonna...
Look, I see this as a blessing in disguise. I'm not going to take it away from him. It's his choice.
And the party could gather in a bunch out front. I'm gonna paste you over. I didn't prepare this map. I just had this one kind of sitting there for a while, but it's just
wait. I want to talk to Rory real quick before we leave.
Okay, I can just roll from here.
Yeah, Rory?
Yeah, what can I help you with?
That hairy man in there?
Yeah, the hairy one. Yep, brought him in last week.
I would highly recommend that in the next 2 days, you reinforce that cell and get some silver weaponry.
I gotta go. Hang on a second. I'm sorry, guys.
I like to whisper to the party. Maybe we can pretend like that guy is actually the butcher of Bowshot, and then we can let him take all the heat for that.
Joe, you're smarter
hate
than you
that.
act. You know that?
I mean, I act pretty smart, I think.
I don't know. If he has a woman accomplice and Catfield just tried to help him, are we taking her back down?
I'm so sorry about that, guys. My bad. I was burning a pizza at that moment. Such is life.
Cool.
Is your pizza okay?
Yeah, pizza's fine. Calico, where did we leave off?
I was just telling Rory he might want to reinforce that cell and get some silver weaponry, like in the next 48 hours.
48 hours, okay. So
I would like to loudly say, "Oh, that guy kind of looks like the butcher of Bowshot," and just walk away.
So Rory's gonna peek over at him, and after you say that, he's gonna be like, "You know, he is hairy. I can see it." All right. So Rory's convinced. Everybody's leaving though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Try not to grab this guard on accident. Sorry, Mr. Guard.
Move over. God, I fucking hate Rory. Oh, self-important little small town tough guy. Just like me.
I think he's just lonely. I don't think anyone likes to talk to Rory at lunch.
Oh, no.
I think he just likes to talk.
Well, he does have a captive audience. He is in the right line of work.
Literally.
All right, so I don't have this map prepared, so I didn't draw any walls or anything, so it's just an open-face map, but this kind of works out. So essentially, you guys go to the Happy Cow Tavern, right, to corroborate the story. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. My screen is just black.
Hold on. That would be why. Bibbidi, and boom. Can everyone see now?
Yeah.
Give it a second, Yosef. Can you see now?
I said yeah.
Okay, cool. There is a. You guys walk into the tavern, and it appears to be in complete disarray. There's just shit everywhere. It looks like there was a pretty wild party there the night before, and every night besides that. But on top of that, the only person that you see that's working seems to be the bookkeeper, as she is a small dwarven woman, just kind of like writing up front, eating a couple of grapes and cheese off her plate as she does so.
Just to clarify, because there was a town drunk making a fool of himself here allegedly. When you say that there's shit everywhere, do you mean like literally, or it is just very messy?
It is, well, it's a really dirty bar, so I think that it wouldn't be, it would not be beyond expectation for there to be some shit there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not a nice place.
Lucky them Fi's not here, right?
Be some human shit in the mix, heard.
Lucky
so
is
so
not
we're
here.
on the one.
No,
The left
shit.
one is just the nighttime version, right?
The what?
There's like two versions for me.
Yeah, we're in the one on the bottom left.
Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, fucking A. Sorry, guys. I didn't know there was a whole other party.
I
Give us
thought
the raw.
Yeah, we're on the daytime one. Weird. All right, cool. Yeah, this is a sweet map. Anyways, so you can talk to the bookkeeper if you'd like to. She's just kind of going to peer up at you and just going to be like, "What do you want?" Had kind of a late night.
yeah, I would like a cup of your finest porter.
We're closed. It's 10 a.m.
So you don't sell alcohol at 10 a.m.
Okay. We are looking to corroborate an alibi.
Okay. Who did what now? Apparently, this is just another day in the life for her.
Yeah, can you
That was-
confirm? I don't remember what the date was, but I assume we
Either.
would have written it down. Can you assume that on this date, a young boy named Ether came to pick up his drunk and disorderly nudist father from your tavern?
Oh yeah, Ether. Her voice and demeanor is going to completely change and gonna say, "Oh yeah, no, his dad's here every night. Oh yeah, he's nice until about his 8th or so drink, and then it's just ridiculous."
Have you
He
considered
does
only serving 7?
well. He has this way of getting people to buy him for him. It's hard to keep track, you see. But good old Ether always comes back and helps him waddle home and tucks him in for bed. Such a good boy. About the only good thing that man has in his life.
Well, Papa Ether is going to lose his little baby Ether unless we can prove he did not commit a murder.
That I heard about that. Yeah, killed his master. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that I guess that sure does suck. But wait a minute. On that night, he was here. He was taking his father home.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's why we're here.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you want me to do about it?
All you
Agree to
gotta do is
testify in court.
I can try. I've got multiple DUIs and a couple of felonies too. But I'll see what I can do. I'll show up. I'll be there for Ether.
All right, thank you.
We'd appreciate that.
When's the trial?
We'll contact you when we need you.
They haven't sorted that out yet.
Wait,
They're
can
very
we-
disorganized.
We need to get a written statement signed, then we can have that as evidence to present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll with persuasion if you're trying to have her write and sign something. Well, maybe you could butter me up a little bit, see? We could do with a couple of repairs around here. Maybe you could spruce up the place a little bit with 20 gold.
Well, okay, here's the thing. We can't do that because then it will look like we were bribing you to write the affidavit, and that would tear it down in court, to completely destroying the whole point of it. Right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. No. Oh, yeah. I've been in court many times. Yeah. And then she's going to write a statement and sign it and then slide it over to you.
Can we read it to double check it says what it needs to say?
Yep. It says on this date and evening, during the murder time, Ether was with his father at this establishment from this time to this time and left the bar heading west towards their home in Daggerford. And it's signed by Myrtle.
Oh, yeah.
And she is the tavern keeper at the Happy Cow Tavern.
Did she write that on there?
No.
Her role.
How about her?
Could you go ahead and add your particulars about where they can find you should there be any further questions?
She just has a Happy Cow stamp and puts it on there. She's like, I usually say this for the food boxes.
I'm sure it looks lovely on them as well. Thank you.
Cool. All right, we're leaving the tavern.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
All right.
all we needed.
What is our next point of order here then?
Back to the
The brewery?
jail?
Back to the brewery.
Well, let's
update
just give it to her.
Denora. Give her the form. Tell her you're looking for a golem. And go kill some drow.
Okay. Let me jump back over the control bar.
Do you guys not want to find the golem ourselves?
I mean, we can.
Are you not intrigued
I am
by this?
intrigued, but I think perhaps with her help and resources, it might be easier to find the golem. But also, maybe there's a little bit of a conspiracy and we don't want them to know we're looking for the golem.
Well, yeah, because I think what happened was our new friend got framed, and that's the reason why. What was the person who was pushing to have him arrested?
Fucking Daggolt.
Yeah, and I think Daggolt might be behind it all, and we wouldn't necessarily have to get our hands dirty if we could just prove his innocence.
I mean, we kind of already done enough to get the money, though.
Yeah, but it's not about the money. We now know that there's an innocent person in jail. How could you live with
That's not
yourself
our
knowing that we didn't try our
problem.
best?
It's not my problem, so,
Chaotic neutral.
you know.
Okay.
Got caught. Suck it. I'm just kidding.
So,
I am bound both by
Yes.
sisterhood and religious guilt to help.
Okay, so are you guys going to go talk to Edenora again and then give her the written statement and try to like get some more information from her somehow? Or are you guys going to...
Yeah, I think we should give her the written statement, tell her theory, then see her thoughts on the whole thing.
Okay. Sounds good, yeah. You guys are in the Troll Brewery at this moment, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, she is still sitting there talking with, what's his name, Mabug the Cold. And at this point, they look to be a little bit drunker than when you last went there. And also, to put this in perspective, I didn't really think of this, but this brewery's been open since like 8 a.m. It's a hell of a grand opening.
This brewery's better. They serve alcohol at 8.
Beer's good for your bones.
Yeah, liquid
That's
bread.
right.
Liquid bread.
Okay.
Like bread, but without all the calories, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
So Edenor's gonna see you, Calathil, and be like, Calathil! And be like kind of ditzy and drunk and just like run across the bar at you and embrace you again, this time a little bit more haphazardly.
Oh, hi. We have information for you.
She's gonna say, wonderful! And she's gonna just like belch quietly to herself. And she's like, did you meet Ether? How is he?
Innocent.
I knew it! That's wonderful to hear. Did you find proof?
Sort
Yeah,
of.
I read the deepest of his thoughts with my magic.
We also have a written affidavit saying that giving him an alibi. But the problem is, we think that there might be a grand conspiracy, and that if we find the golem that was used for the murder, we could find the actual person who was involved in the killing.
She's just gonna blink at you a bunch of times as she processes all that information. And then she's gonna say, well, it sounds like you guys probably need to find a golem. You should turn that affidavit, or you should turn that form into the local authorities so they can prove his innocence.
Now, hear me out. Why don't you?
Well, you see, as a university official, I can't get myself involved in local affairs of any of the towns or cities in any of the regions. Otherwise, it might undermine our ability to do research in certain areas.
Haven't you already by hiring adventurers to take care of the problem for you? Without you, we never would have known this in the first place, affecting it currently.
I forfeit all liability.
Yeah, but
we are
morally, morally, you're still
we are
in
like
charge of it.
Contractors. It's the third party.
Independent contractors.
Do we have an LLC?
Yeah.
And then Batty will help.
We need to incorporate, Batty.
If you want, on my tax forms, I can list you as a guild.
Wait, I kind of like that. What should our guild name be? Wait,
We'll need to workshop it.
Is there an adventurer guild in this town?
There is a number of guilds in Daggerford. Hang on.
Wait, is there an adventurers guild?
We can figure out.
Yeah, I want to start the adventurers guild, and we can be the adventurers.
There is not.
Oh.
They're most of the guilds around here kind of operate as like what's it called? Unions.
Hospitality.
Yeah.
We could, whenever we get back, we can get rent our own building out, and we can name it the Adventurers Guild.
What is it with you in real estate?
Well, that's
something about having your family home burnt to the ground.
That could be it.
Might have kind of fucked him up a little bit.
Yeah, he's yearning for a home.
We could make this.
He
We
needs
could make
more
this.
walls.
We could make this official instead of just,
Are you proposing to us, Joey?
something like that. Yeah.
Will you be my guild members? Okay. Well, she's gonna say, well, this will prove things, but I dare say if one of the politicians gets involved, then it's kind of out of our hands, isn't it? Do you guys know anyone in Daggerford in a high position?
Yeah, I know Raybert McCullen.
The captain of the guard.
I'm Darwin.
We met the Warden Roy, delightful individual.
The warden. Yeah, she wouldn't know about that anyway. She's going to be like, oh, well, that's nice. Well, if you know the captain of the guard, you might be able to put in a good word for him and maybe drop off your form and see if he can do anything.
Off to see Tara when we go, I guess.
He's a few days away,
Paperwork.
but
Dizzy, you should
a
take
good
a
place
nap.
to start.
Fine loves paperwork.
Just continue to bash me over the head until I wake up as Phi.
So before you guys leave, she's going to mark the location of the cave that she wants you to explore and get the drow out of on your map. Joey, since you have the most detailed map here now. So that you guys have like a better idea of like where it is exactly. And it is just before you guys would get to the what's it called? The Lizard Marsh Daggerford Guard encampment. Sorry, it's a mouthful. So you can stop by the cave if you would like to, or you can head straight there. I believe that's where Terwin is currently residing.
So I'm not necessarily suggesting that we are going to take your advice here, but since you're paying us, would you rather us pursue this golem or the drow cave? Which one's more important to you first to head to first?
Well, you see, and she's going to kind of twiddle her thumbs back and forth and just kind of like part her fingers. I suppose I should tell you that you should get the drow out first. That's really the official university business that I'm here on. I don't want to leave poor Ether short-handed, but it seems that you've done what you can for him already. I implore you to drop off the information, but you see, the drow really is the more important matter.
Max, wake up.
Hello, back.
Wonderful, thank you.
Skeleton takes her face in her hands and goes, "Listen, you beautiful idiot. The question was, which do you want us to do first?"
Please just secure the mine. Cave.
Well, if the thing is, if we go to the cave, then we need to keep going with our adventure. We don't have time to turn around for a while.
That's fair. Do you guys want to do a quick run through of Daggerford so that we can re-up on potions and supplies before we go on long journeys?
Yes.
If that's where our inevitable decision is going to be. Okay, cool. And I say that we can make that the last part of the session since we're getting pretty late. There's been a lot of information, and we have some people that are falling asleep, so I don't want to force anyone to. Yeah, I gotcha.
I already call you out like that, Max.
Yeah. Do you want to turn your mic on, Max? But yeah, let's. So you guys are sword sellers encapsulate. You guys can go to Whiston's Apothecary for potions. You can go to any of the local smithies. It's up to you. Whatever you think you need. I know Batty. I think you need a weapon right now. If you want to shop for a
I
weapon.
want a backup weapon.
What's your price range?
Dizzy, what's my price range?
Oh, you're loaded.
Okay. I want like a decently good, I think either a greatsword or a hammer or an axe of some sort. Something like that. Oh yeah. I'm fucking loaded. So
Yeah. What do you want to spend? I can
I
kind of give you what's in that area.
Spend all of it. Buy like 100 swords.
Can I get 2 great swords that are like decently priced? Like,
Okay.
I think my sickle was around 14, if that gives you an idea.
Yeah, and that's like a fairly.
And it's a rare magical.
Yeah, it's a rare magical item. If you're just doing regular swords, like swords plus 1, I think those go for like 500 GP
Can I
each.
do like plus a couple of plus 2?
Okay. We established last time that plus 2s are 1,000 GP. If they're a great sword, I'm going to say that they're 1,200.
Okay, so I will go ahead and spend 24
On
GP on 2
great sword plus
Backup.
2s.
backup plus 2 great swords.
Okay, cool.
May I please also get a flail while we're doing weapon stuff?
Yeah, what kind of flail would you like? Just a basic flail?
Yeah, just a generic basic
Medieval.
flail.
Okay, just, I think those are just
I'm sorry, how much?
Let's do 50 actually. They're kind of like complicated. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Beards, whatever.
The water here tastes weird, man.
In St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
No, I believe that.
Yeah, I was just home in Arkansas for 4 days, and I could only drink bottled water. I was like, I can't fucking do this. Too minerally.
It's very I don't
Chalky.
know what I don't know how to describe it.
I think it's just a higher concentration of the mind control bots.
Oh, I'm so wrong. I have the actual sheet here. It's actually
Bots.
only 10 GP for a regular flail. Joe.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't remember how much I took out. 50?
50,
So
yeah,
get 40 back?
add 40 back in.
Like it
Yeah.
matters.
It does. I'm using these tables. I want it to be consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just saying we have too much money, so.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. Somebody was talking about buying land, so.
If there is a time I have to pull Farragrim away from the rest of the party or hang back at all.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I think there'd be a couple of chances. I think everybody's kind of splitting up doing their own shopping right now. We're in Daggerford. It's a safe place, right? Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my
Yeah, I think I would just be like, okay, bud, you got 48 hours. I don't like taking back gifts, but I do know how to get rid of a curse.
Let's do it then. I don't want to be a wolf man or bear man, wolf bear man.
Do you have what's it called now?
I have remove curse.
Nice. Okay. Are you gonna do that?
You said yes.
All right. Cool. Yep. You do that.
You're gonna like touch me on the forehead.
Yeah, go.
Do one of these. Oh, just a boop.
Go ahead and make sure to remove all of the buffs that you received.
It's a little like moon. Just
I had main stat buffs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just when I was in bear boy form.
Oh, bear and hybrid form. That's right. Yeah. So
I never got hybrid. I never rolled for it.
And then I would also give him this fucking griffin pendant.
Okay.
Oh, I can touch silver now.
Uh-huh.
Yay!
Yeah, you guys do that, and with 1 day to spare before the next full moon. So good job.
No more murder. Well,
it's always a question. No more
unless
bear
I
grams,
get
no
unless I
stats.
get scratched by another were creature, I bet I could. There's a chance I get like a trophy again. I tend to get fucked up by magic.
Jacob, I don't know if you have this necklace somewhere, but I just have silver chain, brilliant cut black gem pendant held by a griffin. It's from the labyrinth, I think.
Okay. What are you doing with it?
I'm giving it to Farragrim because he
Okay.
had wanted it, but it hurt him because it was silver.
Right.
So I promised I would hold on to it for him.
Is that
Nice.
that had the like waterlogged photo in it?
No.
Okay.
We didn't investigate it further. It's just a silver chain and then a black gem being held by a griffin.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you do that. You can take it. Fair enough.
I will take that. I'm not going to put it on. But I'm going to take it. I also wanted, while we're in town, I wanted to turn all of my gems and rocks into money.
Okay, let me go to your
So-
inventory really quick.
So I've got a 100 GP emerald, a 50 GP pearl, a jasper, 2 medium-sized rubies.
Transfer these. Where's your thing? Okay. Roll me persuasion.
Yes!
What'd you roll?
23.
Is it nat 20?
No, it's 18.
Okay.
Nat 23. Just
They're
adding
gonna.
them all up.
So you're selling both the rubies, the jasper, the pearl, and the emerald.
Yes.
Okay. They're gonna offer you 700 GP for those.
Alrighty, I'll take it.
Okay.
So
Make sure to remove them from your
56.
inventory.
6, okay. Phew.
Okay. Joey, Yosef, are we doing anything?
No.
Is anyone buying potions, anything like that?
Yeah, I'll buy a couple of potions of medium healing.
Okay.
I
Those
also
are
want
not-
some of those.
If we
I don't
could
think
take
I'm
them
interested
cycles, I'm
in
gonna buy
buying.
2 mediums and 1 minor.
How much are the mediums?
I'm pulling it up right now.
I like to put all my cumbersome stuff that I have in my inventory into a other thing.
Storage
Pocket
unit?
hole.
Storage unit. Just storage unit that.
Potion of superior healing. Looks like they are
Oh.
rare. So they would be 250 GP.
A pop?
Hang on a second. All of a sudden, I hate these websites because like they fucking glitch out and they just like stop showing prices. It's super annoying.
Medium.
Okay.
I do have a question when you figure out the potion thing.
Moderate.
So there is potion of healing, potion of greater healing, potion of superior healing, and then potion of supreme healing. And which ones do you guys want to buy?
I guess the greater.
Potion of greater? Oh, yeah, so that would be 300 GP
A piece?
a piece.
Those are fucking expensive, bro.
Yeah, they're more expensive than the regular potions of healing, which was 40 each.
I'm gonna get 2 regular and a greater.
Oh, it is 4d4, I guess.
2 regular and a greater? Okay, roll me persuasion. Okay, yeah, he's going to ask for 650.
Fine.
So you save 30 GP. Right, 300. Oh, wait, no, hang on. I did that math wrong. It would have been 500. So, yeah, he's only 480. My bad.
480 GP.
Yeah, my apologize. That was bad math.
Okay, minus 480 for the 2 regular and a grande.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, I think I am gonna go to bed, guys.
Okay, cool.
Bye.
Good
My
night.
partner's turned
Good
off
night,
all
dude.
lights.
All right, well, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Feel free to hit me up for chats and stuff, guys.
Oh,
Whee.
yeah.
Bye.
Coats. All right, well, before we conclude the session, then, anyone else want to buy anything from any merchants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there, is there any potions that are not healing potions? Like, do they have anything else?
Yeah, so this is like one of the nicer potion shops, actually. So I think right now what he has in stock, he has a potion of animal friendship. He has potions of climbing. He has a potion of mind reading, a potion of growth. I think some of the more expensive potions that he has on his shelf, he currently has a potion of flying on the shelf, as well as a potion of longevity.
What's longevity do?
It makes you live longer.
Should we get that for you, Graham?
Yeah, it
He's
stops the
only
aging
10
process.
years and he's a half elf.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Even
Fairgraham.
those 10
Whoever it was that was age.
Batty, maybe.
I think I look more distinguished. That's okay.
If we're being honest, I doubt Batty's death is going to be a natural one. I don't know
Fair.
that longevity is going to help them.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have a spell that calls for things to be burned in a brass brazier.
Okay.
I'm wondering if there's a way to work that so we can use my cleric sensor. Because if not, I'll buy one. But I don't want to have 2 fucking incense burning things in my inventory.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it calls for it, I feel like we have to have it.
No, that's
So,
fine.
Yeah.
So, how much would that cost?
20 silver.
Okay, cool.
It's brass. I mean, it's gonna be cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lump of coal, please.
A lump of coal. Got it.
Charcoal.
Charcoal. Yeah. Yeah. 4 silver pieces. Fuck it. Make it like 3 copper. It's coal, man. I don't even think there's like a call them out for that. I'm not really worried about it. Cool. Joey, are you getting anything?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, stacking it up. Got it. Farragram, are you getting anything? Is he gone?
No, he's just
No.
muted.
How much are the regular old potions?
The regulars are 40.
40 GP. Let me get 4 of them bitches.
Okay, roll me persuasion. Okay, he's gonna give them to you for 32 apiece.
Nice. So I'll take 4 of them, so 32, so that's 120, 142.
Okay.
Would I find a better shield than a +2 in Daggerford?
Probably unlikely at this point. That's considered to be like a very rare item.
128.
I thought
You
so.
have-
I just
You haven't. Yeah, you
did.
did. You guys did decide not to go
28.
to. I think it's Dervil's Brightblade, which is like the castle forge. You just went to like the nicer ones in town. You never went to like the Baron's Smith herself. So you could do that, and you'd probably find like nicer, maybe enchanted weapons there. But as far as like +2 weapons go, those are pretty OP, especially for level 6.
Oh no, a shield, but yeah.
Oh, shield, yeah, same
I'll keep an
difference,
eye
yeah.
out for one. I'm not worried.
Pretty cool.
I am interested in those growth, flying, and climbing potions.
Okay.
What are we looking at for price on those?
So the potion of flying. All right, let's start with the smallest one. So potion of growth would be 200 GP. Oh, shit. Hang on. Potion of growth would be 200 GP. The potion of flying, the asking price is 8,000 GP. And then what was
Okay.
the other one that you were looking at?
Climbing?
Climbing. Potion of climbing is also 200 GP.
Okay, I will buy the growth and climbing, and I'm not even going to bother asking. Like, I'm not going to haggle for the flying one.
Okay. So yeah, roll me persuasion. Asking price is 400.
Oh, sorry, ignore that. I'm rolling off 5 sheet because that's where I have my inventory. Persuasion. Oh well, cool.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're gonna give it to you for 380.
Sick. Thanks, homies.
Okay, everybody all
Did
potted
you
up?
by chance write down how much Batty spent?
Yeah, 380 GP.
380. Okay, thanks. Because I accidentally took it out of my gold instead of theirs.
Oh, no problem. Cool. Everybody else good?
I think so.
Yeah.
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 All right, cool. Well, sweet, good session. It was a good point to catch up. Yeah, let's do this thing about the founder VTT thing. I think that'd be like an awesome improvement to the sessions overall. But otherwise, yeah, good to see you guys. I'll see you next